Hello and welcome to Critical 20 today. We are back with Victoria before she leaves, so we're recording on a Wednesday, so it feels a bit strange. In other news, before I forget, which I will if I don't say this,
I already forgot.
we still
Somebody
have
take
our
them, please!
3 M-Tech mouse pads that we are giving away. If you'd like to be entered into the giveaway,
They've been here for
leave
months.
a comment in. I could be looking at my camera. Leave a comment in the description box. In the comment section down below. I clearly do not have a brain. Or email me at critical20dnd@gmail.com. That will be in the description box below. And would either of you like to recap last session?
Alright. That's a good thing. Ask the players.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that from now on.
Yeah,
I got
I
this.
left early.
Alright, so we went down into the Underdark. We met a mind flayer who had possession of the High Inquisitor. Andrew, or Iodos as his name is. I secretly don't like that name.
He has a second
That's
power.
recorded.
Yeah. I don't think you'll watch it though. Andrew, or Iodos, traded all of his knowledge of, infernal magics, in exchange to get the High Inquisitor. They gave him to us naked, and he had a scar where his genitals should have been. We returned to the surface, only to see a commotion and the guards running towards the docks. So we sent the High Inquisitor with one of the docks, or the High Inquisitor with one of the guards, to keep him safe and return him to his home, or see a healer, or whatever. Take care of him. So we ran to the docks, and one of the Kavotar, a part of the continental-wide criminal organization, was holding people captive at the docks. She claimed that the High Mage was corrupt and a traitor because she had completed the Ritual of the Stars. The Ritual of the Stars is a taboo. It is considered heresy because it requires a human sacrifice to complete it, and those who perform it bring ill fate upon those they come in contact with. She also claimed, this Kavotar, that the Tower of Vortinar, what is that, where all the High Mages live?
Oh, the Great Tower of Vortinar is basically the capital building of Ormalino.
Capital building, okay. It was found before the city was built. The city was built around it. This tower channels the power of the All-Maker, and it generates a shield over all of Solanior to protect it from the Dark Prince. Now, the Dark Prince is said to be the brother of the All-Maker, and he did not receive divinity, so he is jealous and destroys all that the All-Maker creates. The shield is down, and the tower has become corrupt.
Did you write down every other word I said?
Yes!
This is surprisingly accurate.
I wrote down a lot of really important information.
Today's the 28th.
So, basically, the High Mage only told us that she did the ritual to save her sister, and if she hadn't to perform the ritual, many more would have died. But we have no idea why. Now, her and the Kavotar lady were arguing, and we got them to calm down, and I believe we all went into a room to discuss our next step, to try and get everybody to work together.
Actually, you ended with the High Mage kind of walking off.
Oh, that's right, we ended with the High Mage walking off, because she stormed out like a little bitch. Like a little whiny...
7-year-old bitch.
She kind of threw a dignified tantrum.
A dignified tantrum. Alright.
Why? Okay.
I have 2 highlighters.
Andrew said he stopped caring about the High Mage when he found out she'd killed someone.
So is my father? No, wait. My father would be in the tower.
Yeah.
Quick question. The Ritual of the Stars allows you to cast spells without a focus, right?
Yes, that is one of the things it does.
Are there any others that we found out?
Not that you found out.
So, should we... I don't know, what do you think we should do?
Hey.
Hey.
My pantsy broke.
Sorry,
thing.
This is uncomfortable.
No, dude. No worries.
But you're dudes. You've seen other
You
dudes
look so
do this,
clean. It's nice.
And she's gonna be my wife.
Just don't walk in front of the camera. We might need to cut this part.
Nude pic.
You know when you're the camera.
Oh,
Okay.
I have to tell you guys. Do you know how crazy my landlady is?
Yeah.
You know how crazy she is? Yeah, we know.
I don't know. You might have heard about it. She's crazy, and that's why I moved to Idaho.
Yeah, they heard about it.
She we were chilling, just cuddling together, and both of our feet were like under the blanket. It wasn't like pulled up on us.
It wasn't even past my knee.
Yeah. And then she came in and freaked out and went and told my mom that we were both completely under the covers.
Wow.
And so my mom's like,
Because we're having sex.
no, I'll get to that. So my mom's like, well, they're not supposed to be doing that. So she comes to me and she's like, Victoria, is this true? And I'm like, no, only our feet were under the covers. And Barbara saw that. She's flat out lying.
Because her feet were cold,
Yeah.
and when we cuddle, I like to nestle her feet with mine. It's really you wouldn't
No one
understand.
needed to know that.
You wouldn't understand unless you've done it.
Anyways, so my mom goes back to the landlady and goes, why did you lie to me? And she said, well, they might as well have been under the covers completely. Wow. If their feet are under the covers, they're just going to keep pulling them up and pulling them up and pulling them up until they're completely under the covers and they're going to be having sex.
Wow.
No, you don't have to be under the blankets to have sex. I'm just saying.
Because she would know. I'm kidding.
Everybody knows.
I'm kidding.
We can have sex on the bathroom counter if you want.
Well, okay.
No.
Back to the story.
I say no to that because I'm
Yeah.
going to stay a good boy.
Anyways,
A good Christian.
so
boy.
ever since then, probably.
So much of this just needs to be cut.
Ever since then, me and Ed
Sorry
have been
guys, we
sending
only
each
have
other.
30 minutes of footage.
We joke that we're sending each other nude pics and we send each other pictures of our feet.
This is funny.
We're naked!
Like, hey honey, how about the nude pics? And I send him pictures of my feet. Barefoot, of course.
Oh snap! So you know it's serious.
Yeah.
I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Anyways, that's our inside joke.
That's a great
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with D&D.
I'm sorry.
I know
concur
it's
with
a
that's the sentiment.
When you cut things from the videos, do you do like a
I don't think he
Fade
cuts them
out.
off at all. At all.
like
do
you
you
do
cut
an
them?
effect, or is it just a straight cut?
Not recently, I haven't. Because there's nothing I've had to cut.
Oh yeah.
Until now.
We've been clean!
I think one of... Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Okay.
Shh, don't ruin our fun.
You're good to go. If it's
Alright.
insulting to me, possibly, I will hear it and I will
I
take it.
No,
I really
honestly.
just
And I
stopped
will
caring
change.
about the high mage because she was acting like a bitch.
Yeah. And then
She was-
she walked off. Should we go? Should we convince her
Yeah,
to come back?
No, because we're all going to the tower anyway.
Oh, true.
And we get 5,000 freaking gold for
True.
bringing like that
Derek,
guy.
can you tell me how many effects of the Ritual of the Stars there are?
You
Just that
ha-
I can mark
you
off that many
don't
lines.
know.
I just want to mark off that many lines in my notebook.
I don't know. So...
What does he not know?
How many effects the Ritual of the Stars has?
You made it!
You're right. I don't ever make anything
Alright.
completely. I just need a little bit of wiggle room always.
When you cut things from the videos, do you just do like a straight cut, or
It's
do you
just
do
straight
like
He
an
literally
effect?
just asked that same question.
It's a straight cut.
No, I didn't
It's
ask
not a
that
fade.
question.
I asked that question and they
Oh.
were talking, so it didn't get answered.
Oh, okay. I remember somebody
You could do
asked.
like a blur, and then like the come out.
But then people would actually know that I cut something, rather than not even noticing.
Well, you could just blur it and then put up the word censored and blur it back out.
That's too much work.
You don't have to, or you could like.
No,
flip it,
really,
you know?
dude. We went through this.
I know. It's still too much work.
I think that you need to do cuts and do effects.
Be professional about it.
It still takes about 8 hours to upload a single video, so...
Seriously, you are dedicated.
Alright. So we're going to the
Honestly,
tower.
a lot of that time I get to play ESO. But...
I want to go talk to what was his name?
Whose name?
Boren. I want to go talk to Boren.
You
Quick.
forgot your own father's
I
name.
forgot my. Hey, it's been a while.
Is this my highlighter or yours?
It's really not your
This is my
father.
highlighter.
Okay.
So as much as I want to say I can remember everything about my character, I'm not my character.
It is true.
Godric's father then.
Are you sure it's not Gilgamesh' father?
Well, wait.
It's actually the unknown soul person, my father.
No, we're not bringing him up.
No. No. Well,
His name is
Godric's
Manamarco.
parents actually died when he was like a baby, and then Born took him in.
His
Is this
name.
supposed to be a 20?
Your other soul's name is Manamarco. Just kidding.
Is that supposed to be a 20?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, if there's a symbol on a d20, that's always
No,
represents
it's
the
what
20.
is.
And I love these dice. These are my favorite
So,
because they're like red and
What would you
black.
all like to do?
Well, we're going to go to the tower, so I feel
Okay.
like we should go there first.
So make your way to the Great Tower of Orjanar.
We need to take the Kapotar lady with us. What's her name?
Oh, what is her name?
Your mom.
Sarah.
Sarah? That's
Yes.
funny. I'm Sarah.
Yeah. I made her before you were named, so
So.
she takes
But I
precedence.
named you Derek.
So,
So how
yeah.
much does do you know in terms of common language?
She's almost
I can make
proficient.
simple sentences. We've been together for about 6 months, so I'm halfway
Has
there.
it already been 6 months?
Yeah,
Wow.
dude.
Well, months. It's been half a year. Like
So
the
6
calendar's a bit weird.
But not 6.
I
It's,
feel
it's
like
months for us, but not 6 months in his calendar.
I understand a lot more than I'm capable of saying because
There's
my
only
mouth
6
just
months, so it's been 3
hasn't
months.
developed the muscle and the capability to make those sounds
Yeah.
so smoothly. And so I still talk very slowly, and I have kind of a weird accent, voice, speech impediment kind of thing.
Yeehaw!
And what else? So yeah, I'm getting frustrated because I want to be able to say more than
It's
I
basically,
actually
think
am
about
capable of.
a kindergartner trying to speak to an adult and messing up their sentence
Yeah.
and just being angry.
Derek, do you have a wood burner that I could hook up and just wood burn
I
this?
have a
think
knife
we
that I
do.
could whittle that into an actual wand.
I think we have a wood burner.
Do you have a knife?
Yeah, I do have a knife. It's somewhere around here.
I have a knife
I'm gonna
sitting
start
right
by
here.
drawing on
It's
it.
right there.
There's a difference between a knife and a box cutter, though.
What
Yeah.
kind of design should I put on it? Runes, maybe?
Yeah, but
Swirlies?
do you want to shape it into a wand first?
I'm sure this is fine. Because it's not going to come out very smooth. It's going to be
Okay.
clearly whittled.
Well,
You know,
okay,
unless
then
I can
just
get, like, a
then
ton
just
of sand
whittle like the top portion, like not into a point, but just enough so it looks like a different coloration. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think we should wrap the handle in some sort of...
Yeah.
Can I take this home with me and just turn it into a wand?
Yeah. I don't
It's
care
not
about
like
it.
Derek's gonna use that random piece of wood.
But the thing is, you'll be in Idaho for the rest of the time, so 2 months later, we're gonna get that back.
I'm not sure if I should use leather glue
You?
or wood glue to put a piece of leather around
Wait.
it.
Never mind.
I don't know whose it is.
What do you think? Rope handle or leather?
I think
Depends on the
Leather.
look you're going for.
leather.
I'm thinking I'm going to put runes on it.
Do leather. It would look better with the color of the wood.
Okay.
Honey,
Okay.
this?
Okay, so we're heading
Honey.
to the tower. Let's go.
Okay. So you make your way.
You find Daddy?
It is also an important.
I'm on my way to see him right
It
now.
might be important to note that today is planting day, and in 2 days is the feast of Yurik the Golden.
What is he?
Can I make a history check to?
You can.
Okay. That's a 4 plus a 10.
So the feast of Yurik the Golden is actually only celebrated in Zosmos because Yurik the Golden was a general
Okay.
who helped fend off the nearby countries.
Okay.
Even though Zosmos is the oldest country on Salanior, it still was attacked.
We're on episode 6.
I believe so. It might be episode 5.
It was attacked because it was.
You are posting the videos in 2 parts, yes?
I'm posting them in 1 part currently.
Oh, okay.
So just to make life
Who
Have
easy.
you
was
done
the
that this
general?
whole campaign?
So far, yes. I
Who was
believe
the
so.
general's
general's
name?
Except for maybe the first one.
So ready who? General what?
General Yurik the Golden.
General. The Golden.
The golden. Is it like golden in like Full Metal Alchemist thinking as like immortal?
You don't know.
Is that what they call it? I haven't
The
seen
next
that
thing
in a
is the
while.
tournament of
Well,
Paladin
it's
Moonblade.
in the in Shing, in Alka-history, the word golden human being meant immortal.
Oh.
And you figured that out when they're interpreting Scar's journal.
Oh.
Sorry for the spoilers.
You should. What are you doing here? Watch Full Metal Alchemist. Then come back
It's
to it.
freaking
It's great
awesome.
anime.
Yeah, it's probably one of my
It's
favorite
alright.
animes.
It's
probably
how dare you?
Hey, he's someone who doesn't like anime, and he's
True.
saying it's all right.
That's
It's
impressive.
like the only one I watch.
That's like Victoria saying she kind of likes the turkey.
I hate turkey. It makes me gag. And
So,
if I do
like-
get it down my throat,
Okay,
it
I
makes me sick.
understand.
Degree of difficulty.
Alright.
Okay, so we're heading toward the tower. I'm gonna walk side by side with What's Her Bucket.
Me? Or the Cabo Tower?
No, Sada.
Sada.
I
How
knew what
old
you-
is Sada?
Bastard.
She looks late 20s, early 30s.
I'm gonna go up to her because we technically don't know her name yet, so. Miss Sarah, you are?
Sada.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna be like, we're teaching her English. We found her
How old?
raised by wolves.
I'm over here being like, I want to give her a proper education.
Just like behind us.
I'm 31 right now. How old are you?
You don't actually know how old I am, though.
I'm guessing.
You started with 1. You're guessing 1 year old.
I'm counting up.
So
So she knows what the numbers mean.
Oh, you.
Because I haven't taught her. All she knows for 10 is
Oh, you. 12?
count up to 10, and then I go
10, 1, 2, 3, 4.
10 for you.
10, 4?
I think she means
14.
14.
I'm not 14 though.
I
She's
don't
like 12.
care.
She's 12, isn't she?
I'm 12 or 13.
What?
That's
How
what you
old does
guess.
she look?
12 or 13.
Okay, then I say 12 or 13.
Are you?
I say 12.
Are you? This one.
She doesn't know. How many moons old are you? She won't know that. 'Cause she doesn't know how to count that high.
Winters. It will be winters.
How many?
Let's just say we don't know.
I remember lots of winters.
How many? Count them out. Count them out.
Use your digits.
I
Good luck
remember
remembering
10
things from
winters.
when you're like 3.
10. So she's probably 13 years old.
Yeah, because good luck
Because
remembering
you don't
things
remember
before you're
anything,
like
yeah.
1 to 3. Except for like one very distinct memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I have a memory from when I was 3, but that was just me getting my feet burned on hot tar.
Oh my.
Yeah, you're
I
not gonna forget
remember
that.
scent of Mama's milk.
I remember.
I remember that too.
I remember I was. In
I
I
don't.
don't remember that.
I was in a care with the.
Well, I just
carpet-
remember.
with the puzzle carpets,
Right.
and they were helping me teaching me how to speak because I like refused to speak at the time, and I was like 3, 4.
Zaylee.
My dad didn't speak until he was 5.
But they thought that there was
That
something
explains a
wrong
lot.
Well, his mother never really talked to him, so.
with me. Okay, so we're just having this little conversation. We're going up to the tower.
Why tower?
So
Just tell us we're supposed to go.
you make your way to the
Tower?
tower and are led by a couple of the guards to
Alpha Den.
the council chamber you originally met,
Right.
Cyrilon and your father.
I told her that the tower's the Alpha Den, if that makes sense.
Was she? Yeah.
She knows what alphas are.
Yeah. There's no such thing as an alpha in real life.
But does she
anyways.
know what epsilon is?
I don't even know what that is.
It's another Greek letter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You think I'm gonna know the word
Gamma.
epsilon off the
Gamma,
top of my
Omega.
head?
No, wait. Beta.
Alpha,
Okay.
beta, epsilon,
No,
We're
no,
going
how-
to be looking at.
No, alpha, beta, gamma.
epsilon.
Omega.
No, it's
E comes before G. I'm just kidding.
You forgot Omega.
I'm
Hey,
just kidding.
Would you grab a piece of paper and hand it to Christian?
I think it goes at the end of the alphabet.
I would like you guys
To do what?
to design a couple of runes for me.
Do you just want my rune book? 'Cause I have one of those.
Maybe I just want stuff that I can use as letters in this little language that
I have one that looks like runes. Remember that one that I showed you that's in code?
From darkness comes the
That was in my green little notebook?
From light comes the darkness. A never-ending
Do
cycle
I have it with me? No, I don't.
that brings
Gosh,
the world
dang it.
to its knees. So, yes, you're led up to the council chamber, where
Here's what I have.
Cirillon is actually waiting, standing looking out one of the great big tall, almost floor-to-ceiling windows that are stained glass windows,
Holy
depicting various
frick.
scenes from history. And these are like 25-foot tall stained glass windows.
ridiculous. How'd they lift those?
You have
Pulley
no
systems
idea.
and magic!
Ever heard of, what was it? Gate Army? Flex Day? What was it?
Did you just say Fox?
Flex Day.
No, what was it?
Fuck's sake!
Arm Day or something like that.
Fuck's sake, arm day, gay day.
We should probably
You
make
should- you
rules
can
about
make your own
saying the
language.
F word on this.
Is there a limit?
Of course, people say the F word on YouTube all the time, so.
Yeah, I said it a lot back then.
Hey, he's better now. But now I'm worse.
And this particular stained glass window shows a woman in full plate armor, like holding a sword point on the ground in front of her.
Okay, who the hell is that?
Make a history check.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, who are you asking?
Is the high mage in front of us, like, close enough?
High mage is standing in front of the window, so
Yeah.
it's at the edge of the room and the table's in the center. So she's about 30 feet away from you.
Yeah, I asked her.
Saint Avanella.
Saint Vanilla. Saint Vanilla. I like this.
Yeah, it'll mess up any name I make, so might as well just
No, it's just me. You
know that came really
Except for Karatsu.
Okay.
Karatsu, that was
for-
that was
You don't have to make
everyone.
them thick, you can just.
Yeah. Okay.
Ritual of carrot soup. How to make carrot soup. So. Yes, at one point she united all of Solanio under one banner. But that was a long time ago.
Sounds like a reasonable goal.
Yes.
You just killed all of the viewers right there.
That's what editing is for.
Just where it's like,
Specifically
where
audio
is it?
balancing,
Ah!
actually.
Okay. This is what I come up with so far. Come up with. There's just here you go.
It's
So
a
what's the
bright
one with
light
the blood?
radiance.
What?
The one.
I don't know.
Probably
Put it
because
on
you
my
have
alchemy
one.
shelf.
Probably because you have one and her character made one after yours.
Well,
like
mine,
making
like,
a
this
functional
isn't my father's. The one that they broke mine. They snapped it in half and they kicked me out.
Yeah, but you still have a. Don't you have a wand?
This is my father's one. If I get back, I'm gonna give it to him, and that's why like Derek has a Ollivander shop.
I had one that looked exactly like that. Does that one light up at the tip?
No,
Mine lit up at the tip, so I could do Lumos.
it's the only spell I know.
It literally was the only spell I knew.
Really?
It was depressing times.
Lingardian Levioso.
Leviosa!
Nah.
Did you say Lingardian?
Avada Kedavra. Crucio.
You just said cadaver.
When I said Avada Kedavra.
I
Imperio.
heard cadaver.
Evada Cadaver.
What a wonderful name. Oh, what a wonderful curse. Sorry.
I feel like if I were in the world of wizards, I would be a sucky wizard. Because
I would be an
can't-
understudy.
I
I'm
can't,
a great wizard.
I can't remember those spells.
Oh, Latin base.
Yeah, but you can remember names from my campaigns, so you probably could remember the spells if you tried.
Well, it's because I make jokes off of them. Then I can remember
You
them.
can make jokes off of spells too.
Incendio. More like Incendio D's nuts.
Get expelled.
They break your wand.
That's why I was kicked out. I said some of these nuts. I'm like, nope.
It's like you start flying by the pelvis. Okay, back to D&D. I bet you Victoria's probably pretty annoyed with us.
I have no idea what you were even talking about.
Okay, we're good.
Cool. Oh boy.
Yes. Yes.
Anyways.
In this room, Vorin also stands by the head of the table, and Fatir is sitting at the same end of the table.
Yeah.
Isn't Fatir his dad?
No, Warren.
No, Vorin.
Who's
Fatir
Fatir?
got his memory erased.
No, he didn't.
Then what did they do to his mind?
It's hard to explain.
They-
Especially when you don't understand.
They raped his mind.
Raped his mind.
That's so funny.
It's not, but it's true.
Wow. Okay. So, what should we talk about? Like, I whispered to Ellis.
Well, we've got to start with the basic, don't we?
You're right. You all suck.
Okay. I basically just go to the middle of the table and sit down.
Actually, Lavana's in here too, now that I think about it, but...
Who's Lavana?
I get up on the table,
The
I
Cyril
go
and
over and I
sister.
sit down in the middle.
Actually,
Princess?
no. I
Yes.
sit at the other end, the
Okay.
direct end of the table, and before I do, I pull the chair out for the what's her bucket?
Sarah?
Sarah,
Sit.
Okay. And she
You
takes a seat.
sit.
and I sit at the end of the table, and I look at her. I'm like, sorry, but is it okay if I take the?
It's alright. Yes.
I know you were the one who kind of came in the city and made the grand entrance, but
There's always a place for chivalry.
wait, if I flirt with any other character in D&D other than Victoria, I'm flirting with Derek.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Okay, I'm good.
I just feel awkward about it.
See, the best part about feeling awkward is then watching Derek's face about it.
And watching me feel awkward. Because it goes both ways.
Does
Okay.
Mercer flirt with, like, do characters flirt with Mercer?
Mercer
No,
married
not
one of the
usually.
people in his campaign.
Yes, to
Did
be
he?
fair,
Yeah.
he is married to Marisha Ray, who does play Keyleth
And Bo.
and Bo.
Wait, he's
Is,
married
which
two
one
But-
is Bo? In
But
the-
to be fair,
Bo's-
they're
Two,
like-
they're the same person. It's just
Travis
different
Willingham and Laura Bailey were already married at the start of the campaign.
Are those the ones that sit next to each other in the new one? One's blonde and one's...
No, that's no. You're talking about Ashley Johnson.
Yeah, Ashley.
I don't know
Ashley
their
Johnson.
names. I only watched a little bit of the first episode.
Laura Bailey's the one that's
campaign,
pregnant.
So.
So
Okay, which one is
Vex
his what?
and Grog
Is
are married.
Okay.
Is
Vax
Ashley,
and Vex
Johnson's
are
wife?
actually twins.
Yeah. Ashley Johnson's not wife, but partner, like boyfriend, is Brian W. Foster. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Smells like cabbage.
Sam Regal and Liam O'Brien, they're married to two different people. Like they're both married, but their wives don't appear on the stream.
Yep.
And then you.
And
got-
then
you
Marisha
got-
Ray and Mercer.
No, you got Towson.
And then you got
Who's
Taliesin.
not? I don't even know if he has. A
Taliesin
girlfriend.
is single. They make jokes about that in Critical 20.
Oh, serious?
Critical Role.
Critical.
Gosh dang it.
He did it again.
I keep mixing the two up. I shouldn't have had critical in the name. That's what's messing me up.
Well, what would you have named it otherwise?
I have no
Dang.
idea.
Frickle!
I'm sure I would have thought
So
of something.
Dungeons and
Close.
Dorks. Should have named it Dungeons and Dorks.
That's what I
While
would.
it would be appropriate,
Nobody would watch
nobody
it.
would watch it.
So, let's get on with this meeting.
Okay. So, we gotta bring the shield back up. That is our end goal, right?
Yes. And Cerilon is still standing in front of the window.
Well,
Looking
why-
out the window.
Why don't you take a seat and join us? Or have you been sitting all day?
I've pretty much been sitting all day.
Fair enough. I've been standing all day at work. I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 2 new runes from you that I liked. possibly to this one.
I'll
If
start writing some of them.
Wait. I need to use that one somewhere. Which letter should that one go to?
This one? I think
The only way to truly restore the barrier is to crown a ruler of Zosmos.
Wait, who were we talking to?
Oh, that was Cyrillon saying that.
Who's Cyrillon again?
High Mage.
Okay.
High Mage.
So, what does it take to do that?
Well, first off, you need someone who can be crowned.
Wait, crowned,
Okay.
crowned what?
That's your job. Sound fair?
How do you spell Cyrillon?
I cannot.
Why not?
No, I
Why
don't
not?
mean you. I mean it's your job to find someone.
I know of only one person who can.
And
Your
that's you?
sister?
Yes.
That's why she saved her life.
Ah,
Okay, that
knew
makes
it.
a lot more sense now.
Knew it. Knew it.
Okay, wait. The only way to restore the shield is to crown someone, or
Yes.
okay? How do you spell Cyrillon?
Sarralan.
I'm just gonna call it a High Mage because it's
Okay.
respectful.
So Sarralan?
No, Sarralan.
Why does everyone's name start with an S?
I don't know. I just think it sounds feminine when I start a name with an S.
If all of your daughters start with an S, I'm going to kill you.
If
That's
I,
because you
I would
admire
kill
your sister very
myself.
much.
If-
Probably true.
if my wife gives birth to twins, I'm home with Fred George.
What if they're girls?
What if they're girls?
I really hope
What if
that
they're
I have,
fraternal,
that we have
not
twins,
identical?
Because pregnancy is going to be so
So
hard
Fred
on
George.
me.
We're probably
Would you
only
name
doing
the girl
once.
Fred or
Maybe
George?
twice.
No, I mean if they're
Because of how
fraternal
hard
and
it's
if they're
going to be
male.
on you.
Mhm.
No, that's identical.
And we're going to love that child.
Actually, I would
that's like-
absolutely carry a baby for Becca if she had to get her uterus removed.
If they're not a fraternal, still Fred George. But if they're female, Zoe and Emily.
I'm going to start adding ones from history. Because I know a few.
So, unfortunately, crowning a ruler of Zosmos is a lengthy process.
Okay, let's start getting it down then.
So,
That's
Thank
just
you.
off the top of my head.
the very
I have a whole book
first
of them.
thing that would need to happen would be the returning of the Sapphire Crown.
Wait.
Oh, great.
Sapphire.
Okay, I can't ask
Round.
this question.
Then ask me so I can ask it. Actually,
Okay.
ask it the best you can.
How does a ruler make the shield come back?
See?
I'm not entirely sure.
No, make a.
I don't think
history.
anyone's truly known. But we just know that that's how it works. There is a specific ritual to being crowned,
Can I make a
ruler,
history?
and that is
Can I
what
make a history check or something like that?
you wouldn't
Okay,
even
crowning a
know.
ruler of the country. What's the country that we're in?
Zosmos.
Zosmos?
Yes.
So, is this like an?
I,
It's just a country, right? It's not an empire.
yes, just a country.
Okay.
Or, yes, just
Is
a
there any empires in this?
What
Top left is an
What
empire.
describes an empire? What's the difference between an empire and a country?
An empire is just basically a mixture of countries.
An
and
empire,
cultures.
they had to have taken over someplace. That is the
So
difference.
more military rule.
Yes, they had to have conquered somewhere
I
to become
really
an empire.
badly need to use the bathroom.
Technically, the U.S. is an empire.
Thanks for letting us know.
Well,
then
I don't
take a
want to just
break.
get up and walk away.
Yeah, because I know, because the Lord knows I'll be like, hey, where are you going?
I'll just be like, I'm gone. Taking a cup with me.
Hey, you should drink this. Come back out.
It's just water.
So, okay, what's the second? Returning the sapphire
So,
crown.
yes,
Wait,
that is
hold
the
on.
first part.
Let me just
and-
write this down because I do this very detailed, as you probably gathered.
Yeah, you literally wrote down every second word I said last session.
It's because it was very important.
You're right, most of that was important, but still.
I was doing a lot. She's like the scribe, and I'm like the investigator.
She's like Marisha Ray, the only person who ever takes notes.
Okay, in
I
order
don't
to
take
crown a
notes
ruler.
because she takes notes.
Fair
And
enough.
people are like, take notes, Marisha, eh? And
Marisha's the only one who takes notes.
I know, but people still say that.
Okay. Oh my gosh, shut up. We must restore the sapphire crown.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, you're good to go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The next thing that must be done
Okay.
is the, I believe, the reconsecration of the tomb of Saint Avenella.
So reconstruct it?
No, reconsecration,
I have
not
no idea what that means.
reconstruction.
I have no idea what that means then. This is an out of character thing. I'm asking you, what does that mean?
Consecration? To
Yeah.
consecrate something means to make it holy.
Oh! Okay.
Go in English.
Make what?
Just kidding.
I'm sorry, I completely missed that.
Reconsecration of
Of the tomb of Saint Avenella the Mighty.
Tomb of Saint
Avenella?
Avenella?
Yes.
Avenella.
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 However, I believe the tomb is currently being occupied by a group known as the Order of the Eternal Flame. Who
You
would
got
likely
that straight
not.
from The Witcher.
I did? I've never played The Witcher, you know this.
Oh, true, very true. But it was
Okay.
in The Witcher. It was in The Witcher.
Great minds
Of
think
who?
alike.
What was his title?
Saint Avenella the Mighty.
So are these actually, can I make a history check about the Eternal
Order of the Eternal Flame? You may.
Okay.
A natural 20.
The Order of the Eternal Flame is a group of mages who primarily study the arts of arcane fire.
Makes sense.
They live mostly in the Deadlands around the Ever-Rising Mountain.
Are they inherently good? Do they do good deeds?
Not necessarily. They mostly just stay in the Deadlands.
Oh, so it's more of a you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone?
More or less.
Eternal Flame.
What? Okay, what do we have to do with these guys?
Well, in order to reconsecrate the tomb, they would have to not be there.
So we have to get rid of them.
At least out of the tomb.
We can either go convince the leader to leave it alone, or we just kill them all. I'm kind of fond of the second option. That was a joke. Okay. Target, kill, or...
I use those letters for those two sounds. Because this is the phonetic language that I developed.
Oh. Okay. What's the third thing?
The third thing is placing a renewed... I believe it was a... We usually call it a token of the Almighty. At the peak of the Tower of Fortuna.
A renewed token?
Yes.
Token of the Almighty?
Yes. Because eventually the token loses its power.
Do we know what this token looks like, or can it just be anything from the Allmaker?
It's usually a gem.
Okay,
It's
place
more
it-
iridescent.
At the top of what?
Is this the same gem from the last campaign?
No.
Ah.
It's
At the
not the Heart
Top
of
of
Eltonero.
what mountain?
The Tower of Fortuna.
I don't know why I thought you said mountain.
I don't know either.
It's usually gem. Okay. Is that it, or is there more?
Well, and then the final thing is to actually do the ritual
Do you have any lead?
to fix the shield. I do
I
not
need 0.7.
know if any of these have lead. There's lead.
0.7 lead, so if you...
There's some lead in here. This has 0.7.
I just need like one, because I just want to make sure that it lasts.
I will say the
Okay,
eternal...
I don't even know how to get it out. Oh, I think you removed the eraser.
Yep.
Okay.
So those are the main issues currently.
Does this... If we don't do this, will the city burn, by chance? Like the prophecy?
Potentially.
Why can't you just call her
not
queen?
sure.
Why all the stuff?
Because it's.
Because it's not quite the same.
There's a difference between actually.
A high mage has very different responsibilities to a queen.
That's weird.
Yes, I agree.
What happened?
So we found three more things about what we need to do in order to complete this ritual. We need to first of all return we have to find and return the sapphire crown. We have to make the tomb of Saint Avalena.
That was weird. It was like my lung just kind of hurt.
Your lung fart?
Yeah.
I didn't know a lung could fart.
Actually, it kind of felt like I got stabbed between the ribs and the lung.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
The quickest way to a man's heart is between his fourth and fifth rib.
So we have to make the second thing.
You're not wrong.
We have to make the tomb of Saint Avalena holy again.
Does that mean there's a lich there?
No,
But there is an order called the Eternal Flame.
the Order of the Eternal Flame.
And these are the kind of people who are like, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. And
Oh.
we need to get them away from that.
Oh, I almost forgot. In order for the actual ritual to take place that restores the barrier, the only one who knows how to do it is known as the Oracle.
So find
You're
this
telling
oracle.
me there's only one person on the planet that knows how to do it, and you're telling me how to do it?
I'm not telling you how to do the ritual, I'm telling you how to do the prerequisites.
So,
Okay.
fourth thing,
Okay.
find the oracle.
I was just confused.
And then do the ritual.
The Oracle is the head of a guild known as the Order of the Shining Star.
Would they assist us in this?
Do you know where
Perhaps.
they are?
They usually go for a favor, so...
Wait, what are we talking about again? I'm so sorry.
So there's actually another thing we need to do. We need to find the oracle who knows how to make
How to perform the ritual.
Yeah.
What's the ritual?
To crown the
To...
next ruler of
Actually,
Rosnos.
the ritual is to restore the shield.
To
Yeah.
restore, that's the end goal, but we're crowning someone.
Yes.
Wait. If we can just get an oracle to restore the shield, why do we have to crown someone?
No. The oracle is the
Because
one
it
who has
doesn't
to
work that way.
perform the ritual.
And we need the
To crown the person?
Yes.
And that will restore the shield.
Yes.
So also we have to
Vatir just
find-
kind of looks around. Also, I feel like it's important for me to tell everyone at this point. When the mind flayers were holding me and searching my mind, they were looking for something very specific.
The sapphire crown, I know we
Yes, the location of the sapphire crown. Which means they're looking for it.
Why do they want it?
Because the DJ
Because
Prince Ball wants
Perhaps they wish the barrier not to be
it.
restored,
That's a TSO reference.
or perhaps they just wish to have it.
Do they know
Think
where
about
it
it.
is now?
I do not believe so.
Do you know where it is?
I know where it is. I am one of the only people.
Then
who
they know where it is.
That's not how it works.
Okay, where is it then?
It is in a place known as. Let me
I
consult my
forgot.
notes really quick.
Also, we need to find.
I guarantee you this guy, because he can't remember everything, he's probably just like flipping through like a little notebook or something.
Probably is.
So we also have to find a renewed token of the all.
Wait, the
Of
High Inquisitor
of
was
the
saying this?
Almighty-
Mm-hmm.
Of the Almighty.
I thought the
God.
High Mage was saying this,
Mhm.
but it was the princess that was kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually
And him.
It's usually Gem.
They were
That's it.
both kidnapped.
Yeah.
I
Well,
believe.
kind of.
Yeah.
I believe it is in a place.
Wait, because he got back, does that mean we got the money already?
We'll say yes,
Okay.
just for sake of brevity.
I'm write it on the account.
Like, this is great. I'll put our reward.
It's in my notes somewhere.
We now have 851 platinum.
Nice. We're freaking loaded.
So I don't know where it is in my notes. I believe it's called the Clear Lake. Is the place where it resides.
The Lake of Avalon.
No, just the Clear Lake.
Fun.
Quick, we need to throw a sword into it. I'm just kidding. We need to get a sword from it.
Okay.
Put all of our swords in there. It's
Well,
like,
one of them's gonna come back as Excalibur.
No,
Well,
you
no,
have to
wait.
throw Excalibur in there. And
The sapphire crown.
Excalibur's buried with the reanimated corpse of King Arthur.
Okay,
Who
so
is
he's not
under
sure if
that?
they know the location or not.
No, he
He
doesn't know if the
knows.
Mind Flayers know the location. That is true.
9 times out of 10, I bet they know. So, is there anything else?
Not in particular.
Alright.
Will there be any assistance from
Will
the?
we be concentrate?
So we're still going to report our
Mhm.
progress to you,
Money?
Yes.
obviously, because we're on the same side. All we need from you is for you to keep your sister safe, which is something you're already doing.
And that is another important point. As Vatir said, the Sapphire Circlet is in the Clear Lake, which presents another problem.
Where is that?
The Clear Lake is very acidic in nature, and the Sapphire Crown is at the bottom of the Clear Lake, and I'm not sure if this is true, but it is said that only one of the royal blood can retrieve it.
Oh,
This is the High Mage speaking?
Yes.
Wait.
Ost.
Royal blood as in
Like
only
any blood?
her or any silver hair?
I'm not sure.
Because we have one with us. It's Ost. Man's royalty.
We've got 7 people on our team right now. What's that?
I know, but
I don't want to bring along baggage. Living baggage.
no,
Royal
Ost.
people?
Ost is one of us. Ost is royalty.
No, I meant the princess.
Yeah, I know. We're not bringing the princess.
We might have to. Because I don't want to have to make that trip twice. Because how close is it on the map?
Hey,
The Clear Lake is not
How are
a
you?
short distance.
did you see my Instagram post?
It is in the far, far south of Zosmos, in the Tavantar Mountains.
We literally just came from.
I'm gonna kill someone.
When in doubt, kill someone.
I'm killing Gilgamesh. Only Gilgamesh.
Oh.
I'm sorry, you've been killed. I'm just
Yeah, I've been
kidding.
killed no matter what. But that begs the question: if we still had that
Is there?
that sword that can cut souls, what
Derek,
How
do you
would
have a
that work? Would
charger
it
that's
cut,
like
all my souls, or just like the soul that's
I
currently in
have no
control?
idea.
Derek, do you have like the charger that's like good size, or
What?
do you have a charger that's like can reach here?
There's a extension cord right there.
Oh. Where the hell did this charger come from? Oh, that's not a phone charger, is it? That's not. This is a charger. This thing's freaking long.
That's a charger?
Well, yeah, look at the end.
I don't even know whose charger that is, so I just go ahead and use it. It's not like it's gonna ruin it.
And if it does ruin it, who's gonna care?
Whoever's it is.
Turns out it was yours the entire time, but you just forgot. Oh.
Mine?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, okay.
Derek now has a tripwire to escape.
I believe that is all the steps that would need to be taken.
All of them?
I believe so. Not all the major
We'll be
steps.
100% sure when we
Is there any
find
more? Is there any more that I can tell? Can I make an insight check to?
You can make an insight check to see if she's hiding something from you.
Mommy's so sweet. She saw my post on
Natural
Instagram
one.
and called just to check on me. I love her.
You don't think she's hiding anything from you. If she is, no idea. If she's not, no idea.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You're clueless.
Yeah, I get it, Derek.
Okay, what did I miss?
Not much.
Basically, us talking about which direction we need to go. And me swearing about it.
You swear? I don't think I heard you.
I have 2 pairs of headphones with me? Why?
Your character doesn't have 2 pairs of headphones.
Okay, so. So, should we be on our way then?
Should we bring the princess with us just in case?
Suppose.
I guess.
But we're gonna need.
We need the best armor you have.
We'll be a target.
True.
That's like carrying around.
But maybe if you hide her hair, they won't know. We just put a cloak.
Is there such thing as hair dye in this world?
No.
Dang it.
But we could put a cloak over her.
Yeah, but that's gonna be suspicious.
I have the cloak.
We
You're
do
not her
have a knight in the city at the moment. Might be able to
A
send him with
singular
you.
night.
We could put
How
mud
good
in
is this
her
night?
hair.
Well, most of them don't live in Zosmos.
Mud.
Yeah, most people don't leave mud in their hair.
No.
Except for you.
It will cover her scent.
Yes, but most people don't
Sniff.
come over and sniff other people. When's the last time you got sniffed by another person?
Never.
My point.
It's kind of weird.
Fine then, I walk over and sniff her.
Why?
I sniff back.
Because I don't care.
Okay.
People aren't very friendly like wolves are.
But I'm friendly.
You're friendly because you sniffed me.
Character's gonna just bag up.
So
Nothing, just human humor.
let's go. Let's just
Hey.
go. I walk out room.
I feel
Okay, so you
like
just
a
walk
wolf,
out.
but
Feel a
I'm
bit
also
awkward.
a human.
But you don't
But
get.
I'm not either. But I'm both. And it's hard.
We've got you.
Okay.
You can just hide behind my wings.
What's my horse's name again?
Never mind.
Tiki.
Okay.
And my horse is a chestnut stallion. You, Godric, have a gray mare named Buckbeak.
Yeah.
So, Cyrilon just looks at all of you. So, if
That's
you
what I
are
didn't
Friend.
if you are willing to do this, when would you be able to depart?
I'm actually out of the room right now.
I look at Sarah. I got it right. Sarah, and I say, "When are you good to go?"
What if it's actually Sarah?
Is it Sarah or Sarah?
No.
Sarah.
It's Sarah.
But what if it is Sarah?
I have no loose ends to tie.
Okay. Which should this room go to? Which letter? Get that room. J-I?
So we're good to go.
Yes.
We're not waiting. We're waiting on the medicine.
Oh, right.
That
No, wait, the
medicine's
medicine's actually done. It's been done for a
The
long
medicine's
time.
done,
Can you
correct?
tell us anything more?
Well, the specific
Come on.
mushrooms you're looking for should be available now.
Actually, I
Okay,
got a whole bunch
So
of
that's
right
good.
Here.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna go
sweet.
get that.
Nice.
All right.
Other than that, we're good. What does the princess have?
A little
Obviously,
complicated though.
we don't want to take her away from her fiance.
Fiance. Yeah, should we talk about that?
I'm already going just like that.
Can I go up to her and convince her, like, probably not, but let your sister choose who she wants to marry. Can I make a persuasion check?
Dude, they already did.
Oh, oh.
It was an arranged marriage. I already did that.
No, let her marry who she wants to.
Are you suggesting you want to marry her?
No. No.
Are you gonna put moves on the princess
Can I make a persuasion check to convince her
to marry you?
to let her marry whoever she wants?
You.
No, because I've already clarified that it's not an arranged marriage.
Oh,
She wants to marry him.
Oh.
It's not. I thought you said that it was.
Yeah,
no,
I
I said it
was.
wasn't.
Somebody said was.
I think it was Andrew before he knew whether or not it was an arranged marriage.
I was doing that to figure out why she got kidnapped.
Okay,
Yeah.
we are now going to do this room. Thinking maybe J.
I'm thinking. Oh, H is already taken.
Yeah, me too.
So, could all of you who are going meet me by the southern gate shortly after sunrise?
Okay. Let's go get the medicine.
Okay, let's do that. Sure, we'll meet you there.
All right.
Who said that?
That was Cyrillon.
Hi,
I'm
Mitch.
not sure if I want it to be a
Hi,
J
Mitch.
or an N.
I made Cyrillon.
I'm thinking I want J.
Oh, that's where I could find my notes. 'Cause it's in my laptop notes.
That's not even remotely how you spell John.
This is how me and Derek are friends. We just go.
Weird.
Well, that's weird, because you do that to me when you're telling me you love me,
To the
so...
apothecary.
He's like my bro.
Take
Yeah,
it.
bro.
I love him like a bro,
To the apothecary.
Okay.
not like a bro.
So you make your way back.
Back to the.
Definitely not one of those.
Derek just is like.
A bro's knee. So, you make your way back to the apothecary. I don't even remember what the guy's name was or what the place was called. So, because I didn't take notes about that.
Hi, we're here for the medicine.
What medicine?
Here
The
for
blue mushroom, remember?
The mushrooms.
Oh, for,
Was that
for
in
Carl's
the front
medicine.
or was that?
Nico.
That was up front.
Yes. Alright. One moment. This gnomish gentleman goes into the back room and comes out with like a little sack. Here you go.
I put them all in the fire. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, thank you very much. And then I leave. But like, as we walk away from the shop, I'm like, I don't actually remember if we paid him up front or not.
I think you did. And if not, well, so be
Just I'm expecting you to be like, he comes back out and is like, hey, wait a minute!
I can't remember. I probably should have written that down, but
Yeah.
I didn't, so...
Okay, so, well, Nico isn't here.
Victoria takes more notes than I do.
Nico isn't.
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, like during sessions. Out of
Oh.
sessions, I take far more notes. but
Yeah, I'm like, how do I have more notes on your world than you do?
I
Like,
have 19,000 words.
How many pages is that?
It's around 30.
He's writing a small novel.
Basically, I'm writing a campaign setting.
That's it.
What do you mean
A lot.
that's it? Campaign... Have you seen
Whoa.
the Caldori
Oh, no.
campaign setting? Have you seen this book?
Alright, so we got the mushrooms. I mean, we got the stuff.
Have you seen this book?
Are you going to sell your book?
Potentially.
We got it.
Or I'll just use it for my own purposes forever and just make all
Okay.
future
We
campaigns.
got the
Give me some
medicine.
more rooms.
There's nothing else we can do.
Did you like mine?
Actually, I'm gonna go buy a cloak.
Can you hand me another
Okay.
piece of paper?
So you go around and you find a tailor, and there's this older woman, probably in
It's on the
her
same page.
40s or 50s.
Oh, it's the same
And
thing.
the counter, and she's like,
Do you like
"Hello, what
that?
can I do for you?"
The ones that I started
Want
with,
the
I
watch
used.
helmet?
No,
Okay, do you like
No.
this style?
Okay.
she doesn't even have the same accent.
Do you like the
So,
Anglo
I'm looking
Saxon
for a
style?
cloak.
Or the
What
Asian?
kind of cloak?
A
that's
cloak?
not Asian, that's
Let's say, just your average cloak, one with a hood.
Like a
Arabic code.
formal cloak
it's
or
it's a strain of Arabic.
traveling
A
cloak?
traveling cloak, yes.
Give me a little
One that
hole.
is
Like maybe draw a line down the
just
page. and
into
pull it.
water, or not?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a cloak. For the princess. Mortimer Simpson would be good.
All right.
Let's also not make it pretty, let's make it a bit raggy.
All right. Let me see what I have. And she goes into the bag because
And brings out a pineapple.
Woo! Okay.
There you go! Oh, thanks! Here, put this pineapple on your head.
If
They
you're
will never know.
spiking my volume, you're definitely spiking that volume.
I know.
I'm just saying.
yeah, I can tell whenever it gets spiked.
I don't think he
I
cares.
don't care.
So,
he had to laugh, guys.
She comes back out a minute later
I said-
with this old kind of
I just saw it.
patchy cloak. It's like something like this, perhaps.
How long is it? How?
It would go down around your ankles.
Okay. I'm like 6'1". How much shorter do you think I?
You're actually taller than me.
It's about 4 inches shorter than you.
What about the princess? How tall is she actually? Do I notice?
I believe she's about 5 or 6 inches shorter than you.
Okay.
She's not
So
very
she's
tall.
5'6".
Elves are fairly short as far as the races go.
So she's
Unlike in fucking Skyrim where elves are
Really
half
tall.
giants.
What about Oblivion? Are they normal?
No, all Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. So, can you actually make this a little bit shorter, like 5 or 6 inches?
All right, I can do that.
We're using it for
The princess. So she.
Are we allowed to say that to these people?
I know. I'm not going to tell her that. I'm
So-
out of character. I'm telling you that. So
I know, but are we allowed to say this to these people?
So
No.
she comes out a bit
This is going to be secret.
later.
We're using
with-
it for his wife.
Yes.
a bit later, and the cloak's inches shorter.
I don't have any marine on me.
It's like-
Actually, if that's the case,
So that would be maybe 7 gold pieces.
Done.
it's raggy. It's old. It's more like a piece of tablecloth.
Hey.
You're right, but to have a waxed cloak, it's far more expensive.
Hey.
Can we make a deal like 5 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
That was kind
That's-
of mean.
7.
Stop being cocked. I might be able to do 6.
Deal.
All right.
7.
No, you're not even there.
I know.
You're not even
There.
I'm joking.
How about this? I give you 10 of the dragon's teeth and
No, all of the
3
dragon's teeth and
3
of the blood vials.
Okay.
Done. Max will be so proud of me.
That's what he's so
So
proud of me.
Okay, sweet. So I
marked it off.
I should also go. I'm gonna head back to the princess real quick. I'm gonna find out what her size of her shirt and her pants size, I guess.
So, as you go to find her, you notice she has changed into traveling clothes.
Are they fine traveling clothes? Like
They're muted colors.
okay, so they would not stand out.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're darker colors.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we can just cover in mud.
How long is her hair exactly?
It's about shoulder length.
Okay. I'm thinking that we need to.
No, we're not cutting it.
I'm trying to think of a way to hide it so nobody can see it. Well, we have a
Ponytail.
ponytail.
Braid.
Bun.
Good
Good luck.
luck.
Actually,
just
actually,
named-
good luck putting that
Light
much
on
hair in a
fire.
bun. Actually, you probably could.
We just named 3 options.
Yeah, you
Okay,
probably
so here's what's gonna happen. So you, to avoid any suspicion or to make you less stand out, the clothes are good. I got you this cloak, just like a worn-out traveler's cloak,
Oh, all right.
and I need you to hide your hair as much as possible. Like put it in a ponytail, put it in a braid. You can have the hood up the entire time. And if things go
Okay.
bad, I will use what was it? What's the illusion spell? It was it's not cantrip. It's at level 1. Minor
Disguise
illusion.
self.
Disguise self. Is that what it's
Keep
called?
in mind, it is called disguise self, not disguise others.
Okay. But no, there was some minor illusion or something.
Minor illusion is a cantrip.
Oh, that's a cantrip. Okay.
You said it's not a cantrip, so I didn't say.
I
minor
thought it
illusion.
was. I thought it wasn't a cantrip. So if things go bad, I will use minor illusion on you to make your hair appear a different color.
Make an intelligence check.
That's a natural 18 plus so 22.
Minor illusion is very limited.
Minor illusion. Let me give you some background. Yelling. Sounds.
I don't think even yelling. I don't think you can make a sound that loud.
Well, you can if it's a faint off in the distance.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's very limited. Isn't minor illusion only sounds or
It can
silhouettes?
Do, it can do images, but the image can be no bigger than this.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So there's nothing we can do to like.
Not with minor illusion.
Okay, what can we do to get her hair to be a different color? Because we can't. There's no like
Killing
dyeing.
her.
That's the opposite of what we want to do. So, what can we do if this is the case? Can I don't know.
Do any of you have a disguise kit? Because that would work.
Well,
But I don't think any of you are rogues, so I don't think any of you would have one.
My bard has a disguise.
can I
kit.
use
Maybe-
life magic to enhance different features?
I would say no, because that doesn't make any sense.
Where is?
That really doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're right. That's like
I know Austin is
physical-
here, but I'm just curious.
That would be alter self.
that's physical adaptation.
And he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
No, he does have a disguise kit. Austin does have a disguise
Wait, what?
kit.
Okay.
That doesn't surprise me. He's a bard.
So
Yeah, my bard has a
he
disguise
probably
kit.
could do something with basically what is more or less a temporary form of dye. That would literally wash out.
That's why I got the hood.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. And probably purchase some more disguise kits just in case.
Okay.
Alright. So you wait here, put on the cloak, and see if that's good for you.
Alright, and she puts it on.
I will
It appears to
be
fit.
right back. Actually, what hair color do you prefer? Because we can't have you with your regular hair color, otherwise we're gonna be targets.
Yes, whatever, I don't care.
We could just have her wear a hat
Nah.
and look like a dude.
Nah.
If she looks like a dude, who the hell's gonna think princess?
Well,
A gay man?
We could cut all of her hair.
I don't think
We
should
could
do
also
that
give her
now.
war paint to disguise her face.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know.
Put her in armor.
I think her traveling clothes would be fine. Keep in mind, we need to arm her.
What?
We need to give her.
Does she have any levels on anything dark?
You have no idea.
Are you any fighter, wizard, anything?
Do you know any magic spells?
I have studied a little bit into the arcane, but not a lot. I'm not into things like battle magics.
I have a spell book with me, so if you want to borrow it, here you go.
What letters do you have left? Or sounds?
All right.
You should probably hold on to
B,
it.
How many?
C,
Alright.
D.
I
Okay,
will be
1,
right back.
2,
I will go
4,
get more disguise kits.
Alright.
11.
So I go off to the shop,
11. But I want you
To,
to draw more than that
just-
so I can
I
have
bet.
one selection.
a clothing shop, have it.
So you make your way through a few shops, not quite finding what you're looking for. Then you just come to what is more or less a general store.
Yeah.
It's actually down in the dock district
Okay.
because the market district is right next to the dock, and it kind of
Yeah.
spills over.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
And you walk into the shop, and there are 3 strange beaked creatures looking at you.
Mice. What? 3 strange mice.
2 of them wearing orange cloaks, and 1 of them wearing red.
Who the hell are you?
You're not with me.
What do you need?
Well, I'm looking for.
Do they have beaks?
Yes, they do.
I'm looking for a disguise
hell?
kit.
Do we have any of those, brother?
Oh,
I don't know. Let me check.
Is this supposed to be a Pumat
No.
Soul? Okay.
No.
I want to see your freaking a Pumat Soul version in this. I really want.
I will never match Mercer.
Why?
So
My name is Pumat Soul.
Well,
I
you
am
think
Enchanter
I am
Pumat Soul.
And this is I
am also Enchanter Pumat's soul.
And this is
I too am also Enchanter Pumat's soul.
Do you have any
There's a
Tylenol?
fourth in the back.
I don't think so.
Do you have any ibuprofen?
I don't know.
Do you have any painkillers?
Maybe, I don't know.
Do you have heroin?
No.
Do you know where your mom is?
Yes.
What?
Do you know where your mom is?
No, I've been down here.
Okay.
So,
What's your mom's name?
yes, I would like,
Susie?
Okay, cool.
How long would a disguise kit last?
Like I said, until the dye is washed out.
So if you cross a river,
Okay,
eat
let's
something,
go with 3.
or you poo.
So, the other short, and these are short creatures, maybe 4 feet tall. Like the one in the red cloak's about 4 feet tall, the other's about 3'6". So, and one of the ones in the orange cloak brings up 3 small, like, boxes almost. Says,
I just wrote the number 4.
we have that many, yes.
Does anyone usually like to come and buy them, or are these just stuff that it's just, you know, placeholders?
Not usually.
Okay. Okay.
Except for the rogues, they're hidden out back.
And the one in the red cloak steps forward. If you would like to purchase them, that would be 6 gold pieces.
Each?
No, total.
Oh,
So
I was about to
2
say.
each. That's really good.
That's actually really
There you go.
well priced.
Sorry,
And
actually,
nods to one of the ones in the orange cloaks and like
thank
hands
you.
out
Actually,
these little boxes.
do you have any books?
Do they look like booksellers?
You know,
What kind of books?
Wait, what? They have books?
what kind of books do you have?
What kind are you looking
Okay,
for?
what I missed.
Okay.
Me drawing a lot of runes and accidentally
Something
number
on
4.
the Eternal Flame order.
I don't think we have something like that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you.
He's kind of bought you leave.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Just back out. Okay then. And so I go to the princess. I give her the stuff. I'm like, dye your hair any color. I am going to head to the Crimson Archive book.
Okay. So, yeah. So you make your way back to the Crimson Archive, the familiar marble structure.
Yep.
And you go in, and they just
Making my
kind of ignore you.
They just wait. What?
The
I thought you said they kind of annoy you. That's what I heard.
pretty much the secretary is just sitting at, I believe it's a woman, her desk, just rifling through papers.
Okay. Salvin Latte. Is that his name?
What?
I'm trying to think of the guy who, the researcher in the last year who got into the Crimson Archive Phyllis.
Draconic script. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
It's also Dwarvish.
You don't remember?
No, I remember. I
Okay.
have my notes open to it.
I can't remember how you pronounce it. Salvinat Balate? Balate?
I'm not gonna make any of those.
Whatever, you're not gonna tell me if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong.
I'm not going to correct you every time you're wrong. Unless it's regarding the rules, then I will.
Okay. So I go up and I'm like, excuse me.
Yes?
Hello, hi, it's League. So I need to get into the archive real quick. Do a little research.
Are you a member of the archive currently?
Is he? Because Christian might not know the answer. Did you leave and withdraw, or
I
are you
got
just
kicked
on
out.
leave? Oh,
I am not. My he's up doing his own thing.
Wait, the one that experimented on you is still a member, right?
Yeah, apparently he left to go on to find some magical artifacts, which they claim is non-existent.
Nobody likes him anyway.
Do you live in Ormalinon?
No.
Alright, then for an hour inside the library,
Can he come with me?
that would be 2,000 gold pieces.
What?
Can he come with me? I'm a member of the Crimson Archive.
Did you go with him?
Yes. I've been going with him through the whole thing.
I'm there too.
I'm the one moving the money around.
Alright,
Sure.
I thought you were telling me Christian. Okay. I suppose I could just I would say it'd be 500 golden pieces.
For a permanent
Well-
pass?
You could go in free of charge.
Can you get Salvador?
We work for the High Mage, and she wants us to enter.
Do you have a writ?
What the hell?
Because normally in such a
Salvatore!
scenario, a writ would be given.
Salvador!
He has an earring that he can talk
This-
to her with.
Yeah.
You can just ask her for permission.
It's enchanted with sending.
I'm smart.
And
That's
we were
what's
the
up.
ones who brought back the princess and the High Inquisitor.
Oh my goodness. She's become my least favorite.
I don't know. I still really hate the High Mage.
Do you have any proof of this?
Oh my god.
Can we like pull out our
You
chest
can
to
ask
fucking?
her with the earring.
That would be a pessimist.
I just yell Salvador just to please come out and help us.
Who's Salvanate?
He's the researcher. He's the one who came out like, you showed him your magical power in order to get into the school.
Can I just go grab one of the wizards?
One of the
Researchers.
Researchers? Like, I'm asking the person, can I just go grab one of the researchers?
for what?
Because we want to
purpose?
speak to them.
Just to talk.
Because we're researching the
Yeah.
Sapphire Crown
The Order of the Eternal Flame.
and the
Wait,
Order of the Eternal Flame.
I really want to come back.
And I have a feeling he would know much more than I do. Here you go, honey.
The only one of the archivists who ever like researches things of that nature, of a political and potentially magical nature,
But do you have
would
books on
be
it?
Karhavai.
Well, can we get him?
I will see if he's available at the moment.
As soon as she leaves, I'm like, oh my goodness, I know, right? I know.
That's what he was pretty much about to say.
And you look behind you, and there are two guards standing there, just watching you.
Stop.
Hey.
That's awesome.
At that moment, no, like, Gilgamesh was the one who's like, man, that, and then you did that. He's like, yeah, Gilgamesh was going to say that, not Kodrick.
It's okay, Gilgamesh. We got you. You're not the only one here who can be angry.
So she comes back a bit later. Apparently, he is currently off on assignment.
He's dead?
You know what? No, I get on the wall. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Only that. No. Gosh dang it. Do I have to go to my father in order to... Alright, you know what?
We don't like his father for some reason.
Wait, what? My father? What has he done to you?
His father's not very nice to you, though.
Wait, what?
To me?
From what I've seen, he just kind of ignores you.
Oh, you like some of those runes, honey?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and find my father.
Okay, so you make your way back to the Tower of Vortenai. And eventually track down Voren. Is there something I can help you with?
Can you please tell the secretary to let me in? I'm researching about the Order of the Eternal Flame and Sapphire Crown.
You know what, I can probably make your life a lot easier by telling you there is no information on either of those topics. In our library.
Alright.
Why?
Because no one knows much of the Order of the Eternal Flame. Everyone who goes there never returns. Either inducted or killed. Or
Well, are there military reports?
We do not have military reports of that area, as we do not scout the Deadlands, as it is far too dangerous to scout.
Well, have you had skirmishes on the borders of the Deadlands?
Not really. The borders of the Deadlands is an enormous mountain range.
So you have no one in the mountain range?
We do have one outpost, but that is not in our borders, so we cannot have a militaristic presence there.
Alright. I'm just gonna go.
At least from what I understand. Speaking with the High Mage and the High Inquisitor.
Your words, like Sarah's words about how the Inquisitor just ignores me, and not High Inquisitor, how Warren just ignores me, kind of just rings in my head, because he is kind of self-conscious about that stuff, about people not liking him. So he's just not in the right mood, so he just like goes, he leaves.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Are you guys ready to get off your phones?
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Do
I
you
swear.
know how much I can pay attention? I pay attention to you and him at the same time.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay, Christian, let's talk at the exact same.
Okay, go.
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 Dang it, you messed up.
You messed up.
Just like we were saying the same things.
Yeah. You just don't know who's actually going to start first.
That is true.
Okay.
We need a script for something like that.
I know. Sam Regal's like advertisement with Ashley Johnson. Ashley Johnson isn't there, and he's like, "What do you think, Ashley? I don't know why you brought my mother up into this, but it's okay."
Yes.
So, okay. I go to the princess, I'm like, "Are you ready?"
I suppose so. Though, unless I'm mistaken, we're not head out until tomorrow morning.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to the tavern then. I hate that
Did
idea.
you just roll for going to the tavern?
No,
Yes! 19!
No, I rolled.
Boom.
I'm doing a double.
So specifically,
I hate that.
which tavern are you going to?
Which is the one that we made reservations in the first place?
Was it the White City Tavern?
No, I think it was a different one. That doesn't sound familiar.
The Last Head, perhaps? The Crowded Eagle?
I think it was a Crowded Eagle. No, that was it. I'll just go to some inn. I'll just wander around trying to find an inn.
If you wander around, in this portion of the city, the nearest tavern that in the first one you'd find would be the White City Tavern.
Alright, I'll go to that.
So you just hear like laughter and clearly drunk people, and find your way to the building.
Clearly drunk people.
Very clearly drunk.
They could just be very festive.
Very festive. That is so positive. Did you hear that? That is new for Christian.
Was that supposed to
I'm kidding.
That's supposed to be?
Okay, so make your way into the White City Tavern, and it looks like a fairly decent establishment.
I'll go to...
There's a woman behind the bar, and she looks over to you. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, we would like a room for the night.
Room for the night.
2
How-
rooms for the night. Sorry.
2 rooms.
4 rooms for the night?
How many rooms would you like?
2.
Still.
All right, 2 rooms for the night.
Actually, we probably need 3 if we're counting the entire party.
No,
One for me and
the rest of
Becca,
the party isn't here.
for 2 of you.
They don't
and
exist.
2 others. Yeah, they're in the ethereal plane right now. It's fine.
That's kind of how we do it. You know what I
I
mean?
don't want to use a
Yeah.
K.
All right, so for just the night,
Or else the bard to get his own room.
be
That's never good.
1 gold piece.
Okay.
All right. All right,
Have you seen
so
the parrot sing that?
No.
There's a parrot that sings that
Your
song?
rooms-
I don't think we can show that right now.
your rooms are the
Innocent.
first 2 on the right on the second floor.
Okay, thank you. go there. Read my
Your
book.
table is only slightly shaking.
Yeah, and slightly moving too.
I wonder why.
That's me.
You know it is.
I just put my legs against the thing because my legs were shaking too bad.
So, okay, so you make your way up to your room. For some reason, I was still in character.
5 points
For Gryffindor.
Don't Mr. Andrew. I don't even know.
Negative 30 points
Robinson.
to Gryffindor.
5 points from Slytherin.
I'm not Slytherin.
Snake would never
I'm
say that.
Gryffindor, bro.
Oh, 50 house points from Gryffindor then.
Are you Slytherin?
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I was like, you're either Slytherin
Are
or
you
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin?
I'm a Ravenclaw, bro. So are you.
I know.
Guess it, you are only Slytherin. Why must you be
The
like
reason we
this?
never win the House Cup is because we do very bad things in the name of research. Like testing homemade potions and going on forbidden excursions to the Forbidden Forest.
Well, and most of us are busy studying to be interested in sports, so we don't win a lot of Quidditch.
That too.
But
But we do
Interested
it all.
in sports?
we-
If I could fly
We lose
and
points
play
for
a game
research.
while flying,
Oh, I would be a keeper. No, that's not a thing.
I'll be a chaser.
I
That
would
is
be
I would be
keeper.
a
I'd
beater,
be
bro.
on Quidditch. I would not be a beater.
I'll be a beater.
Dude, that'd be so much
I'll
fun.
be a beater.
Just flying around, guarding everybody.
I want to be the seeker.
That'd be really annoying.
I'd be really
the
bored.
game of Quidditch, it's just so it's broken really.
It
'Cause
really
a
is.
game can last for as long as it's out there, and it's been told in the first book. It's been said that the longest game lasted a few months.
And if you're on the losing team, you don't want to catch the snitch.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're
they
so
had to like rotate.
you're so far
That's how
behind.
Bulgaria
Players.
lost. Plus, Bulgaria lost 160 to 150. So, the freaking Ireland scored 16 goals, and Bulgaria scored none. And they have firebolts, both sides. Do you know how stupid that is?
They're just not very good.
Then why are they at the Quidditch World Cup?
Because they were good.
They were good, but now they're crap.
So,
Quidditch World Cup
You-
includes all teams.
I know that.
so you all eventually let
Why are the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
So you all eventually let unconsciousness take you. Didn't the Eagles win?
Yeah, the Eagles
that was
won.
the first time they won ever.
Yeah, they've been to it like
Ever.
twice. There was a third time. I'm glad that the Patriots lost, honestly. I don't like them.
So, but yes, you all let
I hate them.
unconsciousness take you,
I don't hate you, I hate them.
and you.
Wait, unconsciousness?
Yeah, you're going to sleep.
Oh, I thought,
Like, what's happening?
it's like 12.
Okay.
Pro Constitution!
So you wake up in the morning, as the sun beams through the window. What would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna pray.
You guys need to start taking levels in cleric, bro.
Are you praying to a specific deity or?
Let's
no?
go random. That's a natural 18 plus
I'm
4
each
is
time you guys pray, the
22.
DC goes up.
So 22.
Sure, why not? Let's see who did. Oh,
In the
let's see
name
who's-
of research.
Name of research, pray to forgotten gods.
No, they're not forgotten.
They're
Well,
new.
They're new.
Actually, yeah, that's true. The other gods are lesser gods, so they can't answer prayers.
Except one, apparently before they became a major god.
Alright, you're praying.
Yeah, I'm praying.
You don't just sit there and not talk when you pray.
I know. It's like, hello, who's that?
He's feeling the spirit first.
Quit touching me.
Quit touching me.
Hello. Who's that?
I would ask the same question of you.
Well, I asked you first. Usually it's polite to go in first.
I have many names.
Well, that's so specific.
What are you the god of?
I'm not sure.
What? What is your plane like?
I don't have one.
Are you all right?
technically Almat has a plan. His
Oh,
plan
he
is
does.
Sakash.
Then which of the gods don't?
None of them.
So wait, who am I talking to then?
That's the question now, isn't it?
So they don't have a plane, but they're a major god, and you said that all
It's-
of them.
Okay.
Maybe you should ask it if it's a god.
Are you a god?
Not certain.
Are you a magic
Alamon
brain
doesn't
in
have a plane.
existence?
He was banished.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's the ruler of Sakash. He views it as his own.
Okay.
And his worshippers, you know.
Who worships
There is a
Alamon?
cult.
Yeah, it is a cult, yeah.
Gosh, can I kill them all?
If you find them.
Have you ever been to, Actually, no, wait. Nah, I actually wouldn't know that, and it wouldn't make much sense to ask that kind of question. No, I'm not going to do it. What can you tell me of yourself?
Of myself, there is not much to tell. As I'm not a very interesting
Ask who he was in
person.
life.
Who were you in life?
I never lived.
I think you're just doing this to piss me off, Derek.
Just a little.
Is this going to be pertinent to the story?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
Alright.
If it is, I guarantee we'll remember
I
it.
know you're doing this just to make me mad. I don't
If
wanna.
you wish to know who I truly am, the Deadlands hold many answers.
Well, as it so happens, we're going to the Deadlands.
So be it then.
Wait. When I made that history check about the Eternal Flame, did you mention that they worship any gods?
I did not mention that they worship any gods. Technically they do have an entity that they worship. Which is known as Vukaran.
Okay. Wait. Is this the saint?
Saint Avanella is female.
Oh, true. This is a Sorry.
I just thought I'd clarify.
Because like it's not a god. They're not a god.
Or they don't view themselves to be
So
a
they
god.
don't view themselves as
Like
a
in
god.
Warbreaker, Lightsong is a returned and he doesn't view himself to
Do
be a
you
god.
happen to know about the Order of the Eternal Flame?
In passing.
Can you please tell me what you know of the Order of the Eternal Flame?
Mostly that they live in the Deadlands. Nasty place, that.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Well, goodbye.
And that's how he talks to people.
I didn't even catch the name. I really want to find Vishkar. No, wait, he's in ESO.
He's an ESO.
Yeah, he's in Elder Scrolls Online.
Found him.
I recreated Vishkar in Elder Scrolls Online. He's a Templar.
Except he's not quite the same.
Not quite the same, no.
Vishgar didn't use magical spears to kill people.
But he did have javelins.
Yeah, and he had a much better sword than yours.
Very true. Maybe this is him in an alternate universe. No, wait, not different dimension.
Alternate universe.
Universe.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Sure, why not stay? Anyways, so I think we're done with that. We should get going. Let's go!
Alright, so.
We're also going to be
So-
accompanied by knights.
You make your way towards the
Because that's not sticking out like a sore thumb or anything.
Why do you have a knight with you?
towards the southern gate,
We're just making him a mercenary.
and you notice a few people gathered there.
What? You do it. Is it Cain? Is the knight Cain?
Among them is a man standing in just steel chainmail with a longsword by his side,
Wait,
just
where are we?
talking
We're just at the front
with the high
there.
mage.
Yeah. To the high mage.
Yeah.
We're like, hello there.
And Cyril looks over. Ah, you've arrived. So, is everything in order?
Oh, yes. The princess is here, right?
Yeah, she's standing.
Okay.
Near
Right
me,
here.
sort of.
Oh, there you are.
You couldn't even tell.
Who is this? Okay, I think we're ready to go then.
No!
We're not ready to go then. What?
Alright, so
Sounds so convincing.
you'll want to follow the edge of the bay
I always sound really convincing. You should just know
until
that.
you reach where it starts to turn back on itself, and then just keep riding straight until you hit the top and top mountains.
Straight.
And you should be near where the entrance to the Clear Lake lies.
You put the Clear Lake on?
No.
No, okay. This is the Deadlands, correct?
No, it's the top and top mountains.
Wait, where are the Deadlands on this map?
What?
The Deadlands are in between the mountain circle and the giant mountain in the middle.
Okay.
Oh,
Where?
oh, there it is. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see the giant mountain in the middle?
No, I didn't see it say the Deadland.
Oh, okay.
What are the directions again?
So you're not there.
You go
You're
down
in
the river.
Ormalenon.
Well, then where am I?
Ormalenon.
No, yeah, from here.
That's not Ormalenon.
Oh.
So he said to follow the edge of the bay until it starts to turn back on itself. And then
Derek,
ride
do you have a
straight
blanket?
towards the
I'm
top and
so
top.
freaking
Then
cold.
what?
And then he said to ride straight towards the top and top mountains.
Derek, do you have a blanket that I can use?
Okay.
Cold. Other than that
Great.
one.
So we'll follow the river.
Because you're using that one.
I'm not cold.
Okay,
Okay, then where are we going?
There you go.
In there, right?
Then he said somewhere near there.
Okay.
It's somewhere in here.
Somewhere near there.
Didn't we cross, like, near those a ton on the way over
Did
here?
we see a clear
You,
lake?
you did follow the top and top mountains.
That's where the lake is?
That's where the entrance to the lake is.
Is the lake underground?
Are you asking him that?
Yes, because it's made of acid.
Sure.
Made of acid?
Yes, it is. It is beneath the mountains.
Okay, who are we talking to?
Fatir,
Who's Batir? Who's dad?
the High Inquisitor.
Freaking Hein.
No, Rory is my dad.
Oh look, there's my notes on the Deadlands.
Okay, let's go.
Batir. So many names, can't keep track of the names.
Alright, and then and who is the knight? Sorry.
My name is Fidian Alvara.
Alright. I take a quick inspection of him. Does
You're
he have
inspecting him?
Yeah.
It's like
does,
watching you.
does he have any coat of arms or anything to dignify that he's a sir or just
He
A
is,
sir?
he's not wearing any
Are you a
coat
male
of
or are
arms
you
or
a
anything.
female? He's not wearing anything.
He's not wearing a coat of arms or anything.
Okay, cool. Does he have anything to symbolize that he is of?
Okay, what is
We
the
need-
princess's
He
name?
has a blade.
He has a
He has a ring. It has a particular signet on it, but you're not sure what that signet is.
What's the signet on the screen? I take it off and throw it. We don't need this.
Yeah, no. That's the signet of my house.
Okay. Now we're trying to travel
What's the princess's name?
without targets on our back. This is why I have
Alright.
This is why I have the princess in a disguise.
Lavina.
And the knight's name?
Finian Alvara.
I should write it down. So, do you think the rain will be a problem or no?
Probably not.
Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Princess Vala?
Lava now.
Oh, lava now. Sorry.
Vala from?
You
Valhalla.
can't expect me to remember this straight away. It gets stuck in
Princess
my head.
Valhalla.
What do you think I asked you?
Okay, Lavana.
Are you going through your 5th chakra yet?
Your favorite.
I thought that was so weird. That, like, I'm an energy dude, and I know what chakras are, but randomly just doing chakras in the middle of D&D.
I agree. So,
Okay,
oh, my mustache.
let's just be on our way. Get on the horse.
He gets on his own horse.
Tiki!
So,
Buck beak. Let's
it
get on our way.
is a good thing to note that Finian looks fairly young.
How old
Like,
are you?
maybe early 20s. Maybe.
Actually, interestingly enough, horses, if you try and get them to go and you do this with your reins,
They're gonna stop.
one, if you do this with your reins, technically you're holding your reins wrong.
Oh.
Two, it's either going to confuse your horse or your horse is going to think that you're punishing it.
Oh.
Interesting, right?
Then what do I do?
You just tap its sides. Or
And if it doesn't listen, yeah, tap its sides with your heels.
Let's go.
You basically either go. Most horses will respond to clicking like, but that's a different speed than. It's the different clicking patterns are different speeds, really.
Yeah, so like a kiss is a little bit faster, you know?
And then
Some
there's,
people have a different cue for like a gallop.
Okay.
but normally it's isn't it?
No, that's Patricia's cue. She did that because she wanted a difference.
Oh, okay.
Most people, at least in Western writing, they use the click for a walk and the kiss for a trot, and then more kissing and violent kicking for a gallop.
Violent kicking?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I would just go.
Alright. Alright, so I get on Buckbeak and I'm like, let's go.
That way no one can ride your horse that can't whistle.
Yep.
I can't whistle.
Screw you.
Why screw me?
If you can't whistle, you shouldn't ride a horse.
so
That's not. Horses don't even train that way.
So, you all start riding off through the
Into the-
Yeah, I was gonna say
southern
that.
gate down the road that I have not named yet because I'm not done with this
Try-
continent
try
and I
to
haven't
pull
put
it off.
roads on yet. So,
Roads are the last concern.
they really are. You start heading south, well, southwest, following the Bay of, I can't even read what that says.
Write that down. Write that down.
Oh my goodness, the names.
The Bay of I can't read what that says.
Varantari, or something like that. Varantari.
Voluntari. So you follow the Bay of Voluntari,
I can't get the names, bro.
down, and that takes about 4 days of travel. And then do you find where that river empties in the bay? That is a river, right? I'm not going insane.
Yes.
Okay, so
There's also another city along the way.
I really wish I could read that map from
Is
here.
that like a...
If you
Um,
could, you'd have a lot of
You would
skill.
you would pass it as you get to the where the river feeds into the bay.
Okay.
So do you want to particularly stop in that city or just?
Do you guys want to stop in the city or not? Should we just keep going?
I'm perfectly comfortable in the wild.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Unless you don't
I
get
kind
salmon
of want
out
to chat with What's Her Bucket.
Okay.
Sarah.
During the next 4 days.
Yeah.
Wait, is she coming with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not
We
know.
have a really high level spellcaster and a knight.
What level are you?
She made the statue come to life. She at least has the spell Awaken, and that's a 6th level spell.
Or it's a completely different thing altogether.
Right, but still. That means she has custom spells.
Or it's a completely different thing altogether.
If you literally blocked the first way you did, you would die.
Yeah.
I'm just playing around with it.
I know, I hate it when he does that.
Who?
You?
I've just been doing blades for 8 years.
Yeah, like how Christian's wielding a one-handed
It's
sword
like
two-handed.
when you hear people sing. It's like if you're really, really good at like singing, It pisses you off when people sing off
I
key.
understand that.
Or if
Ever
you're really
since
good at
joining
spelling,
the choir, I
You hate it when people
understand
misspell
that.
words wrong.
Well,
I also
I'm
understand
pretty
that
sure at
one.
that point you know you have a high,
grammar
you have
stuff.
a big ego.
I also
Be like,
understand that
no,
one.
you are wrong. You should be punished for it.
I know. I understand all three of those, sadly.
Okay.
So
If I were to misspell because I have a hard time spelling, would you get mad at me for it?
Yes.
So, who has big ego? Yeah, screw you.
I would just be like, whatever.
So that's my point exactly.
I know that you're gonna misspell words, so I'm just gonna be like, I would just be like, whatever.
I literally have a disability for that.
This is
It's
why I
one
never
thing
try
if
to
you
read
have
your
a
character
disability,
sheets.
but it's another thing if you read and you're so lazy at reading that you don't take the time to actually sound the word out and you just pretend you know what the word is and
I
make up
don't
a
do
couple of
that.
sounds. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just
Oh.
talking about people that do that.
These guys are dumb.
I hate it when people do that.
I hate it when people misspell my name. That happened a lot when I was at my
Christian?
Yeah, they put it with like an EN or they get rid of the I.
Do you want to know
it's like
how
an
many
I.
people misspell Derek?
Do it.
9 out of 10.
Holy.
It's DEREK.
Or DERRICK? Or
ICK?
DERECK?
Well, I know you.
Or
It's DEREK. Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I have it at my
Mine
phone.
is the simplest version of the name.
That's the common version.
Yeah. And some of them are so like there's so many ways of spelling
If
it
you
that
spell
9
the
out of 10
name, if
people
you
are
spell
wrong.
the name Andrew wrong, go back to first grade. And Rue.
ANDROO.
That is one that bugs me. Like, I don't care if you have a reading disability, it does bother me if you won't take the time to learn to spell your friends' names.
Yeah.
I have a
Like
hard
if it's an
time with
acquaintance,
names,
it's whatever, but
But I try my best to get the names right, but a lot of the times I don't.
it took me so long to learn how to spell my best friend's name back when I was a kid.
What was it?
Caden. Somehow I always spelled it wrong. Always.
Wait, what name?
Caden.
Okay.
Granted, there are like 8 ways to spell that name, but still.
Anyways, let's get back to the notes.
Yeah.
What?
What, you said you want to talk to Sada?
Oh yeah. I'm just sitting here going like this. I'm just like, why are you looking at me? Okay. So what were you doing before you walked into the city all dramatic like?
This is...
Wait, who? Are you
It's
talking to?
not something I really like to go into.
So,
I look like the devil.
Wait, Sarah
he
is
is the devil.
Do you really think I get treated the right way?
Sarah is the Kabotar,
No.
right?
So do you think I would
Yeah.
understand?
You said yes?
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, but it's still something you don't want to talk about. Most of my problems are out in the open. My family left me because I wouldn't kill. They left me.
Now I have multiple personalities.
And she was raised by wolves.
Oh, they're
Top
not.
that.
They're not multiple personalities. They're more like multiple spirits.
You know what I mean?
Multiple souls.
Your parents left you. She was raised by wolves. My parents tried to kill me.
Okay, you top both of us, but I don't think you
Someone
top
tried
multiple
to
souls.
explain it, and I got it a little bit,
Okay.
but I'm still very
I
weary of you.
don't.
I like Godric. I don't like the others, and I'm scared of them. And now I just refuse to.
Yeah, you should be scared of the one who's a serial killer.
We don't know him, and I refuse to know him.
Wait, what color is he? Purple or something?
Yeah.
I need to write that down. There's
Well,
another one.
Where were you raised?
It's the drow.
And I do raised with quotation marks because she said our parents tried to kill her.
Do
Raised.
you know his name?
Oh my god.
I grew up in
O-M-A-R-Z-E-N.
Zosmos, in one of the outskirts cities.
So you never seen the Underdark?
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, you see the list real quick.
I mean, it's not like I've seen hell.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Very good.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm accurate.
if you don't want to talk about your past, that's your choice. I'm not gonna force you to or prod you to. You're part of this party right now, and probably for a while. It's really your choice. Where did you learn your magic skills, though?
I like to learn that too.
He starts listening.
I taught myself.
Oh.
Holy
After
fate.
having a dream in which I
Going down attack.
spoke with some entity.
So she's a divine wizard?
Do you know the entity's name?
There's two sides.
Do you know the entity's name?
I can't remember it. That was a long time ago.
Describe the entity?
Was he a god?
Can you draw me a photo?
What did he look like?
It's been a long time. I can't remember.
Fair enough. I mean, do you still have any contact with this entity?
Not usually, but
Not
he speaks to me sometimes.
Then how can you not describe
What
it?
does his voice sound like? His or her?
She just said his.
Oh, his.
It's a deeper voice.
It's the old one!
Bit raspy.
I don't know if the old one is raspy.
Oh, what are you?
The young one might be raspy.
Yeah, that's a given.
Alright. So we continue on our way. You two are getting to know each other.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what I do with any new people in the party, really.
So you make your way down to the edges of the Tavantar Mountains, the foothills. They're shaped like giant feet. I'm just kidding. They're not. That'd be weird.
This is Gravity Falls.
They do not.
I
they're not
love
shaped
that
like
show.
Wait, what show?
Gravity Falls.
Oh. Nice. That's a good show.
I love it.
I haven't even seen the rest of it, but...
So,
I sponsor.
as you reach the edge of the Tavantar Mountains, everyone kind of stops.
Because we don't know where else to go.
We can't take our horses into here, can we?
Might not be the wisest of ideas. But
Okay, I cast fly on my horse.
Can you do that?
yes.
What the hell?
See you guys at the top!
You'd probably do that on the way over here just for... So he has a flying horse for what, 3 hours?
No, not even close.
Yeah!
How do you tell your horse to go up and down?
You don't.
Oh, crap.
Wait. No, I can control the flying, can't I?
No.
No way, it's the horse!
Yeah, you might...
He can still steer the horse.
Yeah,
But
but
the
how...
horse has.
You can certainly try to steer a horse
You
vertically.
can do left, right, back, forth, and speed. You can't do up and down.
Yeah,
the horse
no.
would freak out. That would be so funny though. I'll see you guys at the top!
Start flying up the mountain with a horse.
It spooks the horse and starts riding off in a different direction through the air.
Okay, bye, Bumpy!
You could actually
It's a true
side
hypocrite
pass
now.
it.
You could tie a joystick to the horse.
If you had your horse trained to rear and lay down on command, you could use the same ones. But
Probably
that's
not.
trick training.
Who trained your horse to rear?
Yeah, exactly. I know how to get a horse to rear by extremely frustrating
funny.
it, but that's not very nice.
So why did we stop exactly?
Yeah, I know how to get a horse to rear too. You piss it off.
Lavina like looks over at you. I don't know where the Clee Lake is.
Okay, the knight doesn't know? Or Sala doesn't know?
Lavina.
Lavina.
Oh, sweet.
No.
Lavina's the princess.
Yes.
I've got the name straight. I don't know the knight's name, so I don't.
Slightly.
I just call him Knight.
Night!
And he normally answers.
Okay, so we can just look around and make a perception check.
Okay, so you all are just gonna
Okay.
kind of like split up and look around?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask the knight. Did he give us directions on where the tunnel, the cave was?
Not the night.
Perception.
Perception.
Or investigation, either works. Don't you wish you had Becca right now?
23.
That is a 15.
I have a +8.
Perception or investigation?
Becca only beats me
19.
by fudging 7.
19.
21. I'm good in nature.
So, you two start looking, as does everyone else. And after half an hour or so, Sarah comes down a path that leads a little bit into the mountains. Like, I think I found something.
Awesome.
Is there acid?
I don't know.
It's okay.
Have you tested it?
Have you tested the acid on yourself?
Alright,
Like that one
She holds
dude.
up her hand and she's missing 3 fingers.
I learned from my mistakes!
Actually, no, she's missing 4 fingers.
She's missing a
Just
toe.
kidding.
She's missing all.
She wants to go for a dip, she runs in the lake.
Yeah, no, she has all her fingers.
I learned from my mistakes!
That guy was
My mistakes.
crazy, man.
Who?
Avatar.
What
The
do
dude
you
with
want?
the 3 wooden fingers.
That's not who we were talking about.
No,
We were talking about Victor,
Critical
the
Role.
black powder
Oh
merchant.
no, not him.
Learn from my mistakes. You want black powder? How much do you want?
Okay, let's do this.
A hogshead full? You want a whole head full?
That's not what he says.
I don't know.
I want the hog's head.
For the hogshead, that would only be 426.
Oh, I
gold
can put it.
pieces.
How about the 2-headed fish? It's 2 for the price of 1!
I pull
You're right,
out-
but we're quoting different things.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that's all I can put.
That's all I can quote. I can't quote anything else, that's all I can quote.
That's serious.
So,
Oh, sorry.
No, I can quote a lot of things.
You lost your arms in battle? But you got a nice
Oh!
pair of boobs.
You've lost your arms in battle, but you grew some nice boobs.
That's from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Have you guys seen that movie?
I can
Yep.
see!
It's so good.
Never mind.
Abe Lincoln. Did you say Abe Lincoln? No, I didn't say Abe
Dude,
Lincoln. I
there's,
said, hey,
I
Abe
can't
Lincoln.
swim! I can't swim!
Okay, back to the
Yay.
back to the game.
Hang on there, guys. I gotta get. I'm running out of
I'm on
air.
one side, I'm on the other side. I'm on the east side bank. I'm on the west bank. It's not exactly the
I didn't see
Mississippi.
that movie then.
It's worth
It's
it.
so good.
As long as you're okay with a little bit of inappropriateness.
Are you crazy? Do you know how much inappropriateness he brings up in D&D?
Yeah. And actually compared to modern movies, it has almost no inappropriateness.
Yeah.
Which is, it still has quite a bit. So,
There's no... Never mind.
So, what would you all like to do?
Go to the cave she mentioned.
Okay, so you make your way up the path.
Whoa, 23 messages.
About 10 minutes up the path, and you find the mouth of this cave. And it's a fairly big cave, and I have the hiccups now. I think they're gone. And
I'm listening.
so you go into the cave, and you walk for a couple minutes down this tunnel, and eventually it opens up into a larger cavern.
Jump in.
Like... Cavern or cavern?
No, wait, cavern.
Okay.
Oh.
The
Did
answer
anyone
is
else catch that
not
other than me and Derek?
Oh.
Okay.
I thought the forgiveness of cavern is what
I thought we were
really
talking about caverns. Were we talking about something else?
thought.
Well, then I caught it.
We were demonstrating with hands.
Yeah, no, yeah.
cavern.
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Or should I say cavern?
What's in the cavern?
You're not sure. It's pitch black.
I use
Fancy
lights!
lights!
There does appear to be a very still. You can see the very bank of a underground lake.
I jump in! I'm just kidding, don't do anything. I walk up to it.
I walk up to it and I make the dancing lights go into it so I can see it, like below the water.
They go into the transparent liquid.
It's transparent.
Yeah, but we can't see the bottom.
No, but that means we can see through it completely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to
The
like
Crystal Lake, wasn't it called that?
Clear Lake.
The Clear Lake.
I know
Boom,
that.
we found it.
But it's so dark in here, we won't exactly see the bottom.
I know, but that means it is the Clear Lake, and it
I
is
was gonna
water.
make the dancing lights go round and see if we can find the
I can
the
cast
sapphire.
daylight.
They would not be able to go far enough into the lake.
How?
The range is not far enough.
Oh, so it's a deep lake.
No, it's a wide lake.
Oh. Oh.
So now
okay.
what the hell are we supposed to... I'm gonna walk around the lake.
I think it's in the middle.
The bank you're on does not go all the way around. It goes about 20 yards to your right and 5 yards to
Any
your
other
left.
openings
I
in this cavern?
There does not appear to
stick on
be.
me. What do I have on me?
Can I roll for that, or...?
No, there's
Does
not.
anybody have a
Okay.
stick on them?
Don't burn her stick!
Here's your stick back.
It is unaffected.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay. I was about to beat him with it.
You
Yeah,
take
it's
7
unaffected.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh, this isn't it. Alright, let's go.
That doesn't mean that's not live. It's not alive. Let's go grab a bird. I'm kidding.
Come here, birds. Drown, bird, drown.
I'm a great volunteer. I pushed the knight in.
How about we just push the princess in?
No, we need her.
Yeah, but it says that they should be fine.
No, it says they can retrieve the crown.
Okay, let's push Godric in.
I'm gonna touch my finger. The water's very still, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh, why would you do that?
I'm just going to barely touch my finger to the top of the water.
He's rolling,
And nothing else.
He's rolling damage.
That's okay. It's
He's rolling damage. He's rolling a lot of damage.
You take 4 points of acid damage as the tip of your finger just dissolves.
Like, she's missing
Only,
the tip
like-
of that finger.
not like I didn't put my finger in it. It's probably like
You
just
mean like the first layer of
basically
skin.
the fingerprint.
So basically, the first layer of your skin, like...
Yeah, because you just barely touched it, so what
So
the
it's
part
like-
that touched it just...
It's like touching a really hot
Can I
pan
see like
and
debris
like getting
just
like...
kind of sinking into the water?
Nope,
There's not even discoloration of the water.
nope.
How do we get out?
That's scary.
What does my finger look like now?
It looks like Jonathan's face.
It'll probably heal.
Jonathan's face wall.
There's a little bit. It looks
Yeah.
almost scarred and
not
like
like
popped a little bit, almost blistered.
Okay.
Oh, so it's
so
like
burned,
It's
but
like
it's
a
acid then.
chemical burn.
Yeah, it's like a chemical burn.
Okay. Because those don't burn the same.
Acid splash.
Yeah.
I used acid splash on me.
I'm gonna go outside and find
More acid.
how
I really
far
just
are
want
we
to use
from
walk
outside?
on water.
Hmm?
Would that work?
How far
You
are
don't
we
know.
from outside?
5-minute walk.
Okay, I'm gonna go out, grab like a branch off of something, and I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna pluck off a leaf and dip it in the water. Anything happen?
Technically, it's still alive.
It slowly starts to shrivel, then just turns black.
So how do we get?
Okay,
How do we get?
And
the
as you
crown?
take it out, you can
Push you
literally
in.
just crush it in your hands like
No.
a dry leaf.
but it's wet, so I'm not gonna touch it because it'll burn my
Push
hand.
her in?
Yeah, but you could.
Okay,
That's how brittle it is.
no, it's brittle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do the same thing with the
like a dead
stick.
leaf. The
Okay.
stick is unaffected.
The stick is unaffected.
Because the stick wasn't necessarily
Well, the
flesh.
stick, I'm talking about like it's a live stick. And
Yeah, I
plucked
know.
the leaves off the
Stick is unaffected.
So wood is unaffected.
Even if it's alive,
So we could build a raft.
we could build a boat.
But if we slip, we die.
I take the princess like, could you do us a favor and like do what Sarah did and just tap the water.
Alright.
Don't worry, we got
She
you.
reaches
Okay.
down and just touches it.
Okay, heal her.
She's fine.
Oh,
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
oh, for the love of yeah.
I'm not being one of those guys.
For a price. I won't be one of those guys for a price.
That's mean.
Don't worry, you'll heal. Probably.
No. And we just told her to stick her finger in the water.
I thought she'd be fine. How do we do this?
Okay, language is done.
Yes, your script is completed.
My script is completed.
Good luck making actual language. It's
What?
harder than it sounds.
I just made a revised English.
Yeah, you made a script.
It's like English, but phonetically based.
Wow, I hate.
With a couple different rules.
You're
Oh yeah, because English
I
is
am
rules are
sick.
dumb anyway. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Build a raft.
And how do you plan on doing this?
Don't know. Don't know. Okay. How would she exactly? Because the acid obviously hurts her. So we can't just dunk her head into the water.
That's how you kill
We
people.
can't do that.
Carl, that kills people.
Okay, so what is unaffected?
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna grab a rock and I'm gonna just dip it in there.
Rock is unaffected.
I throw it at the demon.
I'm gonna try water walk, and I'm gonna like just barely touch the top of the water, and see if I take any damage. In theory, you can walk on liquids, but that's really your call.
I'm gonna say it would start to dissolve your shoes.
Then hell no. I use mending on my shoes. Would it work?
Yeah, it works just fine.
How are we gonna do this? I'm gonna look around.
Like it was slowly like eating away your shoes.
I'm gonna look around, see if there's any clues.
Unless you make yourself some wooden shoes.
Some nice clogs.
Looking around, see if there's any clues.
There's not really much.
Is there any
there.
really big,
Is there-
like, big dead trees?
No, there's like 2 dead trees, and they're not very big at all.
Like,
Because there aren't been very many trees in this
That's
area
it.
at
How
all.
are we gonna get this freaking crown out?
do you have the spell Vine Growth, Victoria?
Ma, former alchemist.
You should need to soul cast the acid into blood.
You might
Let's
not
bring
have
Mom
seen the
back.
need
And
for
then
it.
soul cast that into smoke.
Vine growth isn't gonna work.
Yeah, because it'll be destroyed.
What?
Vines
I haven't.
destroyed. Then what are we gonna use to put the fudging logs together?
Well, how is she gonna retrieve it?
Stwing.
Let's
But the
Light
string
it
will
on
be
fire.
burned. Because it's of natural material.
Make a boat out of stwing.
That's how you die.
Row, row, row your boat gently
Boy.
round the stream.
down
Gently
the,
round the stream.
down the stream.
Round the stream.
No,
Okay.
Merrily, 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 merrily.
no, you did it wrong.
Life is but a dream.
You did it wrong. It's not around the stream. It's down the stream.
Life is oh so mean.
Yeah, it's true.
row, row,
Row
row
your boat underneath the stream. Ha ha, fooled you. I'm a submarine.
You've never heard that?
No, I never.
It's so good.
Okay, wait. Do it again. Say it again.
Row, row, row your boat underneath the stream. Ha ha, fooled you. I'm a submarine.
I never heard that.
That is awesome.
I'm surprised we're the only ones who've heard that. Did you just come up with it on the spot?
No.
Underneath the stream.
Eh?
Ha 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 ha. I'm the ghost.
Because I know
You
if you've
messed
heard it before.
I'm actually submarine. Oh no,
I'm
fooled you.
submarine.
I'm a
submarine.
submarine. I'm a submarine.
Fooled you. I'm a submarine. That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys like to do?
I don't know.
Kermit.
You don't know what you like to do, then what are you going to do?
I don't like stuff.
Okay, we need a
I don't
boat
like stuff either.
made of wood.
Oh gosh.
Good job there.
We'll find Noah's Ark. I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
I go to the others, Sarah, and I go, is there anything, any specific instructions on what to do about this?
You could pray.
Not
I
that
could
I'm
pray.
aware of.
Don't
I'm gonna
do
pray.
it. Don't do it. Really don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
pray.
Like I said, each time you pray, the DC goes up. You start at a 1. It's at like 17 now.
Holy frick.
Jeez Louise, man. You do not like
It's
to
been
pray.
going up by 1.
Do you know why he doesn't?
Why?
I was a cleric.
I have an animosity against people praying now.
Why?
You don't know how much I prayed.
Spent every breathing second praying.
So I can blame you for this.
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
Freak. This is just stupid.
I'm killing the world while we're sitting here.
So, Sarah's going to start walking out of the cave.
Oi, you get back here!
Keeps walking.
Sarah, what are you doing?
Gilgamesh is mad now.
Seeing if there's a solution.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for any wood.
So, as you go out, Sarah's standing beside one of the dead trees, and just looking at it.
Do you have any spells that could turn this into a boat?
I might.
I have one. I use Fireball.
No! No! Wait, would Fireball catch the acid lake on fire?
I don't think that's how it works.
That'd be so cool! Flaming acid lake!
Then boats won't even work.
Once we combine acid with fire, now I'm curious.
You've never seen acid fires?
Nope.
That's what literally napalm is.
Yeah, it works
Oh.
slightly differently. That's chemical fire.
That's true.
So, and she's just looking at this tree.
There's actually a secret passage underneath it.
She raises her hand slightly.
I give her a high five.
Begins to chant softly as she looks at the tree.
Wait. Let's do this inside so we don't have to move a boat.
Would you rather move a tree?
Which one's lighter?
The boat.
Neither.
Boat.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna be the same density anyway.
Do it.
So, she finishes the incantation, and there's like a flash, and where the tree was is a boat.
Oh my goodness, what spell did she use?
It's one of my favorite spells, one that I've actually used
Is
as
it
a wizard.
transmute?
No, it's fabricate.
It's transmutation.
No, it's not. It's really not.
I know.
Bigby's hand!
I'm
Go.
feeling handsy.
Do you even know what that means?
Big B's hand.
Is that...
That's what he says.
I know.
The first time he summons Big B's hand.
You gotta stay the same. I love you so much, but you can be a real weirdo.
I know, right? He totally is.
Okay, let's move on. We move the boat downstairs. Downstairs? Down the cavern.
Downstairs. You move the boat downstairs. Whee!
Is it it's like slowly descending in the cave?
No, it's what?
Dang it, I was like, let's ride it like a ramp! Wait, do we have oars?
There were a couple oars transmuted, fabricated in the process too.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm just
We
making
got-
sure we can
okay.
move.
We got a way to get to the middle. Like, but the question is, do we have to go down into the lake?
Well, first off, let's figure out where the crown is.
I think it's in the middle. That makes much more sense.
Let's head out then.
It turns out I was actually on the edge all this time,
It's
and we could have used.
it's under a
What if it's
potion that
across
you have
it?
to drink that will kill you.
What?
Nothing.
Is that an Indiana Jones reference?
No, it's a Harry Potter reference.
Wait, I'm confused. I didn't hear you.
I heard you.
I heard drink. I
It's
heard
under
drink.
the potion.
Oh yeah, in the first book. Sorry, I heard drink like out of it, and I immediately thought. Otherwise, it's going to kill you. I immediately thought of Indiana Jones.
The only time that ever even close to happens is in the Temple of Doom, and that only messes with your mind. It does not even close to kill you. And fire is the key. Yeah.
I just killed the world, guys.
I disgraced
How did
Harry
you do
Potter.
that?
I infected everyone and then killed them all.
I disgraced every Harry Potter fan. I'm sorry. I'm on the 3rd book right now. I'm really done. I am absolutely...
It's really not brought up much in the movies.
It really isn't. It's shown once, so.
Yeah.
Then those creatures like pull Harry underwater, and Dumbledore like cast the fiery spell of doom. Like
Anyways.
inverted flame vortex, level 10,000.
That's Dumbledore for you.
Dude's freaking awesome. He has the Elder Wand!
You're right, but still inverted flame vortex level 2000.
He uses spell level 9 wish.
I want to cast inverted flame vortex.
D&D every,
Okay.
You can make it Harry Potter D&D.
I'm sailing across the lake.
I'm going with you. We're all going
I
in.
mean, you're rowing across the lake?
No.
Okay, you set up the sail. Did you wait for a gust of wind?
We have a sail.
Thaumaturgy!
No, you don't have a sail.
Okay. Thaumaturgy wouldn't do that.
Thaumaturgy can't do that.
It's not powerful enough.
I use Thaumaturgy and I
Use
open
the
up
spell-
windows.
Gust
There
of
are
wind.
no windows.
I know, that's a reference to Critical Role.
Guess thaumaturgy and I open all the windows.
Jester, did we
Slut.
talk about making, keeping a low profile?
Oh, sorry. And they used to get in close all the windows.
Scare the crap out of everybody in the inside.
Come see me at the circus.
Yeah!
Is that the new one or the old one?
The
That's
new
a
one.
new one.
I like Jester.
Jester's
Okay.
amazing.
Jester is
annoying.
the best.
I think she's annoying, but I've only watched a little bit of the first episode. So.
Also, if you like Laura Bailey, you kind of like Jester. And I liked Vex, so now I like Jester.
I like them all.
I like Jester the most.
I like Ford the most, actually.
Ford's pretty good. He's like my second favorite in the new campaign.
What is there another side to this campaign?
Yeah, we'll skip back.
I'll be right back.
Probably.
That's so helpful there.
So you're rowing all the way across the lake?
That's my goal.
Okay, you row all the way across the lake. It's not that big. It's like 200. It's like 300 feet.
Along the way, I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and have a keep with the boat.
Okay.
Are there fish in the water?
No!
You see a little skeleton float. I'm just kidding.
Little skeleton fishies?
It's not even a fish skeleton, it's a human skeleton.
It's the skeleton of just this little girl.
It's a skeleton.
Got dark really quick.
Wow.
I can make things
Not
dark
her.
really quickly.
No.
Let's go.
Do you know who I'm talking about? No, he wasn't there in the first campaign. It was only me and you. Who's left?
Which girl are you talking about?
Stabby, stabby.
Oh, Stabby, Stabby. She wasn't as young as I was thinking, but okay.
Okay.
She was like 15 or 16 by the end. I was thinking like 8 or 9.
Oh, okay. We're discussing the age of the corpse.
Oh my god! The freak! Anyways.
Hello? Thank you. She is upstairs.
Why are you on your phone?
Downstairs. And she's doing something, so yeah. Okay.
Okay. So. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
That is so. That's
You're
my
welcome.
favorite. That's my
So, yeah.
favorite thing. I tried to look it up online. I couldn't find it. Matthew Mercer Quitty.
On YouTube, just look up Critical Role. I
Mother
take off my
called.
clothes.
Mother called?
She
Oh,
told
that's right,
you that
there's
she,
one with
she doesn't
Sarah
need a ride
as
home,
the-
and she already got a ride
That's my
to-
favorite shirt. I want that
I
shirt.
take off my clothes.
to
Wait, she entered it?
And then he has
Okay.
pictures of fans.
You think so much. You're partially responsible, Internet. I blame you. No, I blame you, Internet. You're partially responsible for this.
Yeah, we're referencing critical. So okay, so we go across the lake.
Okay, like I said, it's about 300, maybe slightly more feet across.
Okay.
So it's not terribly big.
What's on the other side?
A wall.
That was helpful.
Punch the wall.
No, that won't fix anything.
Your fist kind of collapses slightly as you punch the wall, and you feel this pain shoot up your arm. Ah!
You take 5.
Don't do it for me. I'll do it myself.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's fine.
You take 1 point of
Around
bludgeoning damage from punching.
the outside of the lake.
It's Rancor for you. He's kind of dope.
Okay, I head towards the middle of the lake.
You head towards the middle of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually make it to the middle of the lake from
That's
what your
not good.
presumption is.
And then, how far can light go? I think it's 120 feet.
Yeah, dancing lights can't. Light
Do it!
can go like nowhere.
30.
How about I head on it?
What the hell?
This is not how you cast Avada Kedavra. It's Avada Kedavra.
They don't even do it like a flicking motion. It's just points.
Well, it depends.
Did you
Sometimes
hear
it's like this.
No.
It depends on who's casting it.
Nothing.
Oh, tell me.
We
I
thought
said,
you
did
said
you
a fucking
hear the wind
motion.
flicking? And he goes,
Christian, it depends on who is casting it. Voldemort doesn't do the flicking part,
No,
but some of the Death Eaters do. Not Bellatrix, but some. You just hit the Bellatrix thing.
Rest in peace, Sirius Black.
oh, poor Sirius.
Rest
No one
in
wanted him
pieces.
to
You.
Oh.
I didn't want him to die once I figured out what he was really doing.
I didn't want.
Are you serious? I'm just kidding.
Who honestly wanted him to live except for goth emo people?
I loved him.
He's a great guy.
I liked him.
In the first book, until I figured out he was a good guy,
He wasn't in the first book, was
Yeah,
he?
he was.
He was in the
That-
third book.
No.
Oh,
he was mentioned.
serious?
Sirius Black.
Oh,
We're talking about
Are
Sirius
you
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
Severus?
No, wait,
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Severus.
No, he was in the first book. He was
I
only
love
mentioned.
Sirius. He's my favorite
Sirius is
character.
everyone's favorite.
Sirius was in the first book. He was just
Okay.
mentioned by Hagrid. Remember, the motorcycle was his.
Yeah, he was mentioned.
Yeah,
Once.
he was mentioned.
Shout out.
Shout out to Sirius Black. Rest in peace. 1995 to 2018. Wait, that's not how it works.
It goes the other way around, son.
No, it doesn't even go the other way around. He wasn't born in 2018. I got it wrong. He was born in 1959 and he died in 1995.
Nicely.
Yeah, you
done.
got it backwards.
You've got some skills.
You put his
bro.
birthday as his death date is his birthday.
Yeah, I did.
That's not how it works.
Well, I fixed it, didn't I?
He was caught in
No.
a time loop, and he actually lives his life backwards over and over and over
Benjamin
again.
Benjamin Button disease.
What?
It was backwards.
That sucked.
I'm sick. What do you have? The Benjamin Button disease.
Anyways, we continue along the lake, and I use dancing lights.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Should
I'm
be
gonna
with
need a more
advantage.
powerful cleaner for
Disadvantage.
that.
That's cocked. That's
What, like you?
That's a 19 and a 5. What do you mean I'm cocked? What is that supposed to mean?
What's your last name?
Cox.
Yep. Point proven.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
You're one of those people, huh? Really?
Point proven.
I hate people who make fun of my last name. Actually, people who do say it's like Cox, I'm like, yeah, it's a big deal.
That's actually a very good last name.
Yeah. So, perception. So,
I only use like 4 drops.
8.
You see bugger all.
I will assist.
That's not how assisting
Fine,
works.
I got a 19.
With disadvantage. Actually, you know what? You have dark vision. I'm not going to give you disadvantage.
So 19.
So,
You vision roll on 19.
you think you see something glistening at the bottom of the lake.
Stop.
Is it like super clear? Oh,
I will
clear
throw
lake.
this
It's,
at you.
it's pretty clear.
I didn't want Frank to die.
Yeah,
He was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That was like the most depressing. Like
How do
you
you
can
feel?
handle
Say
like
it, Nate.
serious
Say it,
and
Nate.
Dobby dying or
Oh,
I'm
sad.
holy, Fred. I'm holy.
In all the jokes in the whole wide world, you went with holy.
All the interrelated jokes in the entire world.
And
And all you can come up with-
No, he said whole world.
In the whole world. And all you can come
I-
up with is
Yeah.
I'm holy.
Ah, my arm!
It smells like lemons.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
kidding, I can't smell, but I just see it's lemon oil. So.
What? Oh. That's
So,
what?
so do we find it? Do we find it?
Presumably.
Presumably, sweet. Accio crown.
You are not a high enough level wizard to cast that spell, you have to be level 21.
21 bullcrap. Bullcrap.
Do you have
Just like my armor class, the natural 21.
Do you have Unseen Servant?
No.
I'm pretty sure Unseen Servants have health points.
Yes, but they don't get affected by poison damage.
It's not poison damage. It's acid damage.
Would that still affect it?
Remind me,
Yes.
Mage Hand, I just can't pick up and bring it to me, right? I can't.
Mage Hand is
Mage Hand does not have that kind of range. Not even close.
Anyways, so how are we gonna get? How are we gonna get it?
Can I please have that back?
How are we gonna get it out?
Go the opposite way with the blade.
Oh yeah, I'm just
No,
gonna
no,
cut
no.
towards
I
myself.
mean, like, without the blade. Nothing, whatever.
I'm not making any
Here,
sense.
let me show you.
Let me use it without the blade.
Let me show you.
So how do we get this out? Any ideas?
This is how you do indentations.
I want to do indentations.
So it slowly comes off instead of all at once. So you don't have big
I'll play
old
with it.
cuts.
I'll play with
You
it.
have little streaks and you can be better with it. That's what I was saying.
Where did you even get that, Derek?
Hmm?
Where does that come? Where did that come from?
Home Depot, probably.
No, it came from work.
Home Depot.
From
No, I'm talking about the stick.
I don't know.
It's a pig.
It
Okay?
came from my mother.
No one knows.
Cause it came from hell with the stick.
You say, boy, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Good luck. She's 5 foot. Couldn't even. Sorry.
No, you're good.
If she tried to beat me, man, I would let it happen, and then I'd call Child Protective Services.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the best way to do it.
So,
I don't care how much it hurts.
We need to get this crown.
keep in mind the boat can only fit about 2 people, so you 2 are the only ones on the boat.
Okay.
This sucks. I'm going to go out on the boat. I'm leaving you behind with the princess.
Actually, I'll say 3 people can fit on the boat.
Okay.
Okay, we went with the princess.
Okay.
We push the princess in, saying, "Go for it."
I'm standing.
Does the
on-
crown start to just go?
No.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
What do we do?
We can't throw her in.
No.
We could try. This is like the lake of No, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Oh shoot! I just blew them all over there.
Thanks, honey. I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
What did you just do?
Fought really hard.
That's the end of your brain thinking.
What?
I don't have any spells that would help me.
Neither do I.
Maybe this isn't something we can do with magic. Can we use rope? I'm gonna put a little bit of rope in the water.
I can use creative destroy water.
Dang
Can
it!
I just destroy it all?
It's not water.
It would be unaffected by the spell.
Wow. This is so stupid.
This? No. Derek always has a solution. It's just not always right in front of your face.
It's
Just
above us.
like Gilgamesh.
Well, he's always up in your face.
He's-
Yeah.
actually. I can't hear what you're saying, so.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Can we have a drop
music.
of her blood? The royal blood. And try that.
Take it
You
a short
can
burst.
oh, Frager! And we tried.
That won't help us. I know, Derek. He said you can certainly try, which means no, it won't do anything.
Oh, sometimes it works.
Okay,
Yes,
I
it
tried.
does.
I just lightly
It doesn't
prick her
work.
finger, prick, and put a drop in the water. Well, acid. Okay.
See? You were right. There. Why? Why? Yeah, boy. You kind of like drain them off of it.
Why the hell did we need a boat? I can fly over the acid.
Yeah, but we need.
My hair is so unruly right now.
You,
My hair is in the stages between short and long enough to like comb it, so I can't do anything with it. Your hair looks fine. Your hair looks fine. Your hair looks fine. Mine doesn't.
My hair's greasy.
I have 2 crowns in my hair, so it's hard to keep it down.
I have horns. I'm kidding. I actually have 2 calyx.
No, but
When I wake up, I have horns.
It's true. It's really funny.
Oh boy, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
We could use Grim Harvest.
What does that even do?
When I kill someone with a spell, I get life back.
Well, the
How
question
do
is,
you intend to have that help you?
Keep in mind, we have to.
I'm gonna roll
ground her.
a nature check on the acid
Okay, roll a nature check.
to see its properties.
Considering that we have to crown her, probably would have been smart if we had just picked somebody else to come with us.
You had no idea.
7. Victoria, can you roll a nature check? Cause you're the smart one. On nature.
My dice apparently like me today.
Not critically failing every time you roll.
Yeah.
That happened.
What? That was an 18 2
It
seconds
was
ago.
an
You
18,
saw?
it
Okay.
was.
It was because you picked up and moved it.
21.
This acid is not natural.
It's magical.
Counter spell.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I have counter spell.
Okay, good luck.
I counter spell and put my fist in the water.
Don't put your fist in the
I
water.
want to put my fist in the water.
He used counter spell. Did it do anything?
Nothing.
Well.
So you put your fist in the water?
No, it was a freaking joke. You're like, dang it. Maybe next time. Wow, this is a conundrum. The power of music. I'm just kidding.
You don't have.
Talman's not with you.
I don't want him there, anyways.
Wait, we don't want to.
He's a world singer. He can teleport between planes of existence. Sure.
Don't care.
Sure.
I don't care. I don't care if he's a world singer.
He's not.
Butthole.
Not yet.
Okay, well.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
Where did that go? Here it is. Come to think of it,
Okay.
that was a really bad idea.
We need. There's,
Maybe we need to spell it or something. It's magical, right? It's not natural.
I go around the edges of the lake.
You can only go about 30 yards. There's only about 30 yards of shoreline. The rest is just sheer cave walls.
Is there anything like interesting about the cave walls, or is it just walls?
Can I make an
Wall.
Can I make an Arcana check about this acid?
You can.
It's arcanic in nature. Nice job.
That's a 20.
Funny thing about Arcana checks, they just tell you if something's magical. The acid is magical in nature.
In nature.
Yeah.
I was say natural for me. Come on, give me something.
That's literally all Arcana checks do.
Then why is it even a skill? You have detect magic as well.
Not everyone does.
Can I use detect thoughts on the acid?
So you cast Detect Thoughts on the acid.
No.
Tell me your secrets.
It doesn't have a consciousness.
Hello, would you like to destroy some evil today? I'm just kidding.
I kind of want a vial of this for later. You know what I mean? It's so powerful.
Yeah.
There's an unbeatable monster. I throw this acid on him. Slowly dies. Nobody said bless you, so you said bless me.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
You are not blessed. You have not found favor with the gods.
Mage armor wouldn't work.
What's with people mocking me on that?
Dude, I don't care. I just found it interesting. I've never heard somebody do that before.
Some people do it. I mean, people. Anyways.
Yay!
Okay. I'm so done with this water right now.
Seriously. Gosh damn
It's
it.
magical in nature, and we need her to get the thing, but the thing is underwater.
And she'll get burned.
It's probably under about 20, 25 feet of water.
That's
Acid.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do we have a stick that long?
You do not.
We can go
Make
and get-
one?
There's not a tree that has you can make a stick that long.
We have a paddle. Ignore.
Yeah, like 5 feet long.
Let's not get out of this.
We have 2 oars.
10 feet long.
I'm trying to think here.
We can't just make a hook because we can't use rope. Derek already thought about that one.
Thought about a lot of things. So how late are we planning to go?
I'm going to take.
What?
How late are we planning to go out of curiosity?
I'm going to take a little bit of the princess's hair and put it in the acid.
So you're just like randomly like cutting off a little bit of her hair?
No, I asked her before I cut off a little bit of her hair.
For what purpose?
Because
Put it in
only
the acid.
royal blood has platinum blonde hair.
I don't think that will help.
Then what do you
No,
think will
that,
help?
dude.
Did we already put her blood in the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, that means she's not royalty after all.
Okay.
Okay,
What do you think will work?
we
I'm
could
not
just have her
sure.
jump in.
We already tried putting her finger in and she burned.
Burn, baby, burn.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna consult with Sarah and see what she thinks. Because
She
I'm out.
probably doesn't know anything.
Yeah, but she's controlled by the DM.
Okay, so you go back.
She's controlled by the DM, it's fine.
This is what I do.
Perhaps the acid itself is only there to act as a layer of protection, and
We gotta hit it with our weapons.
it might be the crown itself that requires royal blood or whatever to remove it.
So we have to drop someone down there?
It doesn't sound good when you say it out loud, does it?
So if she can touch the crown, she lives.
Maybe
Oh my goodness.
So we're just gonna throw her in?
the acid may continue to burn.
I already suggested that
I'm
actually.
just gonna throw her
Just
in.
throw her in!
We all said that at one point.
It's the only one that made sense.
So broken though.
This is stupid. Okay. But we don't tell her anyways. We're like, let's go back.
She just throws the princess in the... Okay. This doesn't
So we go back into the middle of where the crown is, and
Has anyone objected to this?
it's the only good idea we have. So I'm like, okay, listen. I need you to jump in and go for the crown as fast as you can. Okay, good luck.
Did you push her? Did you? I actually want to know. Did you actually push her, or was that a jest?
Do you guys want me to?
Because it's hard to
don't
tell
know.
with you guys.
I don't know. I'm scared.
That's not Siri.
Siri,
You know what she's gonna say? I don't understand your question.
No, heads or tails.
Oh.
What does tails mean?
Tails means I do that.
Heads is head first. Tails is
Head
feet
is
first.
a joke. Tails is a okay. Siri, heads or tails?
Siri takes a long time to reply.
Dang, it's heads. Okay.
Okay, it was a joke.
It's just rude.
I said that as a joke.
So it's a joke. I do it anyways.
So you're actually pushing her?
No, I'm not. I just need you to dive headfirst into there, okay?
I've never been the best at swimming.
Is there anything we can do?
Particularly through something that's trying to kill you.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Is there anything we can do to like help her?
Is there anything you can do?
Like any spells?
I don't know why you're asking me. You're the one with your spell list.
Yeah. I
use mage armor on her.
I actually have mage armor.
If that'll do
It
anything.
won't. There's nothing that's armor class based.
Okay, never mind then.
Invisibility.
You have to hide from the acid. It'll work perfectly. This one, high level druids can
you
with protection from energy or protection from poison.
How fast? No, that won't work. We don't have any spells. This could be the only time out. Are you up for it? Like, we don't have anything to help you with this.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, this is conveniently put into the avatar cycle, just the way that I ordered those.
Luck. Okay,
Oh boy.
do you want to swim?
You can fly up and then
really.
drop her from a distance to make her get some feet underwater.
Would that help you get closer?
I suppose?
Okay, we're doing it.
It's the only idea we have.
And it was technically Sarah's idea.
This is such a bad idea. I do it!
Okay, so you're taking her up near the top of the cave. The cave is only about 30 feet high.
And then I'm
You
dropping
do
it.
the thing in.
As you're taking her up, you can just feel her shaking.
Her?
Yes.
Or was it like that?
It'll
was it
be
like this,
okay.
or was it like this?
Will it though? Will it?
Worst case scenario, we
Silence.
die and we bring you back. You will still be alive to be with your hubby.
Let me go up us.
What does that one do?
That one makes you hang upside down in the air.
I can't do that.
Just swim like your life depends on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can do this. I thought I could.
Give it your best effort.
Crucio.
That's all I can
I
ask.
don't think that works. Is that backwards? Also, I'm
3,
not screaming. At
2, and on
phones.
2 I drop.
I rather you don't because I can't stand
So-
screaming. It just hurts my ears.
Just screams as she falls towards the acid.
Well, technically, we can't hear her.
You can.
Wait. Did she just jump?
No.
No, Andrew dropped her.
Wait, he held her over the.
No, I flew her up so she gets some more momentum and dropped her.
Did you at least send her in head first?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
But
we'll
I
just wait.
feel so bad. I might have just killed the princess.
Princess, we need to crown.
What happens, Derek?
If only Oz was here, we could have asked him.
I don't think he could have helped much. He might, maybe, but I don't know.
He is what I
So, eventually she hits the water and you can't hear her screaming anymore.
She's not screaming.
I said you couldn't hear screaming.
Oh, dang it. And we see bones coming out. Oh, no.
Oh.
I wish.
Does she make it?
So,
Yeah. She's
I
like,
have to roll a couple dice for this. Give me a second. Holy cow, how do you roll the same on 2 dice? Wow, that's impressive.
Because it's meant to be that way.
Come on. How do you roll the same on 3 out of 4 dice?
You're Victoria or
Christian.
I'm not counting critical fails.
Or critical successes.
Yeah, I've had 2 critical successes in a row. Thank you. It's a very
So
people want that one a lot. It's very
so you can't really see into the water.
Use
so
dancing
much?
lights.
Dancing lights.
So you can see her trying to swim down.
And she's like dissolving.
She's not doing very well.
It's only 25 feet.
That's
Can I
25
cast
feet
Cure
straight
Wounds
down.
on
Yeah,
her?
but after.
Do you understand the difference in pressure
Yeah, good point.
and how hard it is to actually swim that far down?
I think we just killed the princess. We just doomed the entire world.
Wait.
Don't tell me you
Does
actually.
protection from energy protect you from acid damage?
I
We
literally
literally
said
brought
that.
up that spell. Twice!
Protection from energy, you can pick the kind of damage it protects from.
You can pick, right?
Well, you have to pick.
In case
have to
she
pick.
didn't know, we're just gonna go with the. We put it on.
You
her.
had
No,
to
it's too late. It's
Oh.
too
I
late.
can cast it. I could cast it right now.
No,
What is
it's
the
range
range?
touch.
I'm pretty sure it's range
It's
touch.
range touch. Unless you want to jump in the water with her, you can't make it.
I will look it up just for the sake of this.
Oh my
Can I at least cast water breathing on her?
It's too late. And technically this isn't water. It is range touch.
Dang it.
And it can give resistance to acid.
Well. Oh boy. Oh
Gonna
boy.
die. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
Correction. She's gonna die. She's
Gonna
gonna
die.
die.
We just start singing
What
that.
if I could use purify food and drink on it?
That literally wouldn't do anything.
She's dead. She's dead. You have to sing one more time.
This music no longer fits.
What does enhance ability do again?
Do you have any music for when people are dying? Yeah, he does.
This one works.
Wait, I can't hear it.
Then listen.
Oh no! She's gonna come out as like a mutant or something. Is this a freaking boss or something? This is like boss music.
I should use this for boss music. So she gets about 20 feet under by now. Somehow. Miraculously.
This is so terrifying.
This is bad.
This is so anxiety
That's
driving
kind of the point.
that I want to kill you.
This is terrible. We fake.
Yay for DMDJ and looping music.
Come on, man.
So, and she actually does somehow make it to the bottom.
Okay.
And she reaches out and grabs the crown and like,
It turns out it wasn't a crown the entire time.
you know, and she like, just like picks it up.
Please put it on. Please put it
Funny thing about magic items like that is they require attunement.
on. Oh, true.
So-
You're just shooting on the acid. I can wait.
This is pretty cool so far.
Problem is she's having trouble swimming back up.
Dive into the water. We need to get her out.
I'll die. You touch the water then.
Okay.
Do you really?
No.
I do it anyway to help her out.
Okay, so you dive down into the acid. You take 11 points of acid damage
Do I get to her
initially.
and get her out?
So you get about also because you were diving about 15 feet down.
I'm sorry, man.
We gotta get
Out
her
of
up.
curiosity, what's your current health?
27.
Okay.
And I can I can enhance skills, but that really won't help me.
Yeah. You took 14 more points of acid damage.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, so you cast
At
wounds
a-
on yourself.
3rd level.
Okay.
I'm back up to full health.
Like it never even happened.
Just have the healer jump in the water. He'll be fine!
So, you grab her hand and notice that she's unconscious.
I grab her and just go as fast as I can up.
Okay.
With the crown on her head.
Roll an athletics check. Well, the crown isn't on her head. It's kind of like around her wrist at the moment. But,
17.
okay.
You take.
You take another 15 points of acid damage, and you get about halfway out of the water.
How many points of acid?
15.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. And as you break the surface of the water, you take an additional 19 points of acid damage.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself as a 3rd level.
Okay.
18?
19.
Frick.
It's not great. We only have 2 health points left, is it?
4.
Oh, 4. I thought you were at 2. Still not great.
And I'm gonna use all of my life die on myself at once. Even though it takes a short rest to get them all back. I don't care.
Okay.
And up my temporary hit points by...
Difficult thing about
What?
Difficult thing about
Okay,
acid.
there we go.
Yeah. How much?
36.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Darkness. So, I'm the genie of
You literally
darkness.
can't kill me now. Well, can't kill me with the same amount of damage you were doing.
I was going to say, are you testing me? So, you managed to get her out of the water, and she's kind of... You're just kind of holding on to her wrist. She's hanging.
Leave her! Get the
She looks in absolute terrible shape.
I use Cure Wounds 2nd level, and then in the next 6 seconds, 1st level, in the next 6 seconds, 1st level.
So,
She's up 42 health points.
some of the chemical burns start to go down. And she's raggedly breathing.
And I'm using Lesser Restoration with my last 2nd level.
Hey. Sweet.
With my last 2nd level spell, I'm using Lesser Restoration on her.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Alright.
What do you say?
He didn't say thank you. I would text you later and be like, you better go thank your mom.
Okay. So, you cast Lesser Restoration. Doesn't really appear to do anything based on the actual Lesser Restoration itself.
But she's feeling better.
She's unconscious.
I use Revivify. I don't have that spell. I use Spare the Dying.
She's not dead.
Oh, okay.
You gave her 42 health points. She doesn't have to make death saving throws.
So she's unconscious.
Yep.
I go do CPR on the beach.
Roll a medicine check.
14. I'm a medic.
14.
And that's with a roll like...
Wait, did you say you're doing CPR?
Yes.
Her heart's beating.
Oh. I'm just trying to get the water out of her throat, really.
That would be more ventilations.
Okay, then I'm doing that.
Okay. Roll another medicine check.
Don't you need a ventilator?
No, not necessarily. You can do without one.
26.
So, you start doing ventilations. You've experienced people drowning before, and you suppose this is something similar.
Breathe! No, not that.
This was like very lots
So-
of SpongeBob.
You start doing ventilations, and say you do them for about a minute.
That's exhausting.
Not really. CPR would be much more exhausting.
That's true.
I can do CPR really well at a good pace for about a minute.
I know, but it's
We
still
have
tiring.
to do it for at least 2 minutes for lifeguard certification. So
You have to admit, that's tiring.
It
is
is.
tiring. So
I mean, I would keep going if there was no one else there, but I poop out at a minute.
so
Because of the adrenaline?
So eventually she comes to consciousness and just rolls over and throws up all over the rocks.
This is why you bring a medic.
Medic! The medic is a spy.
What the hell? Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Sweet, we got the crown!
She just sits there coughing on the beach.
Oh, and we got you, yes. Just kidding. I'm really curious about what this crown does.
It's more of a circle when you actually look at it.
Circlet. What does it do?
You're going
putting
to
it on your
wear
head?
it?
Yeah. Secrets.
Are you going to try to put it on?
I feel like the way you said that, something bad's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna, like, enclose itself and, like, crush my skull.
Metal thorns grow from the inside. Oh, that'd be painful.
You would die.
Yeah.
What is he, Jesus?
I said metal thorns.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm really curious. Like, so what? I go to Sarah. So, like, what is the? What, are there like any legends? Like, what does the crown? What is it? What do you know? What
I
does the
don't
crown
really
do?
know much about it.
What do you know?
Not much. I know just barely enough.
I want to put this. I kind of want to get into this.
This one is what I want.
Ooh. Should we put it on the knight's head? See what happens. Should we?
Put it on the friggin' princess!
This is fun. Fine, I put it on the princess's head.
Nothing immediately happened.
Yeah, I take it and put it on my head.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Instant crown of badness!
No, that is a. You said wisdom save throw, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
You died. My wisdom saving throws are 7. Plus 7.
You take 27 points of psychic damage
Okay.
as you hear this voice in your mind. You are not worthy.
25?
27.
Holy frick! That's almost enough to kill you!
Don't put that on. Don't put that on. I go into the corner. I just like get in a fetal position. Don't put that on. Put that, crown.
Starts crying.
I start crying.
It's like, yes, no.
Stab it, please. Stab it. I don't know why. So I'm at 8 hit points.
I'm gonna.
Can you please take a nap? take like a long rest.
I'm gonna come up and spoon you. And I'm gonna be the big spoon. And I'm gonna put my arm around you and go, Godric.
I come over and I use Call Me Motion. I don't have that spell slot!
You cast Bugger All!
I cast... Does Sanctuary make him feel any better?
No.
Does Friends make him feel any better?
No.
Does Bless make him feel any better?
No.
Just say hug. I go and hug.
I cast Light on you!
Now it's like, ah!
Kidding.
I'm kind of just laying behind you. It's not like.
I walk up and I give you a hug.
Thanks, man.
Well, he's in like the fetal position. Just kind of like wrap your arms around his knees and his back.
I give him 25 points of health.
Thanks, bro.
And now you can't really restore health anymore.
I literally only have 2 first level spell slots left.
Now I'm at 33. Thanks.
I have gone through
appreciate
all my
it.
spell slots.
I've done nothing this whole time.
Don't put on the crown. I knew something bad would happen. I wanted to put it on the knight's head.
Wait, did
Because
you
he
put
would
it on
totally
his
allow
head?
that.
Yeah. Well, nobody knows what it does. Maybe it would just do nothing.
Still profane and blasphemous.
Yeah. In the name of research.
Nope. You're not a Ravenclaw.
I'm a researcher!
Not anymore, you're not.
That's my sage background.
Not anymore.
All sages get researcher.
He's right. Research. I'm saying that anyways.
So, what would you guys like to do? The princess is sitting there raggedly gasping for air and coughing.
Helping her back onto her horse.
I think we should take a long rest
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that can help us.
The clothes she was wearing are mostly just dissolved.
Like,
So
my
she's
cloak.
naked.
Not entirely.
I wrap her in my wings.
Okay.
So
I
nobody
give
can
her
see
my
anything.
cloak.
Okay, she's wearing your cloak.
Ah,
okay.
Fred, speaking of the cloak. Gosh dang it.
Did we not get it?
No, it was on her.
Oh, okay. Okay, she's wrapped up in my wings so nobody can see it.
Okay.
Wait, what's
See
her
her.
hair like? Is it gone?
Technically it would be, yeah.
Okay, we're good then.
Wait, what?
We're good, like, we're fine, like, we don't have to hide anything anymore.
Wait, no, no, her hair is still there.
Oh!
I thought you were talking about the dye. The dye is gone.
Wait, we dyed her hair?
It was a temporary kind of dye.
Yeah, at least I have
It was more of staining than dyeing.
Yeah, I have 3 more disguise kits, so we're good.
How do you have disguise kits?
I bought them. They were really cheap, they were 6 gold.
So, what would you all like to
Well, we're gonna sleep. You know,
do? Okay.
sleep off the...
So you all lay down.
I'll take first watch.
I don't think we...
Who's taking second? I don't care, we're with the princess.
Oh, true. And we're with the princess who doesn't look like a princess at all.
I can take a watch.
I'm just kidding. I'll take third watch. What?
Why is everyone looking at me?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was like, what's going on?
Because I was debating for my character to spoon your character.
She is 12.
No, I mean her be the big spoon. So she can feel like she's included and loved. Boom. Not like in a sexual love
It would still
fashion.
be hard for you.
Yeah.
I have
Because there is only
wings.
one place you can put your arm, and you go up or down and you're in trouble.
No, I mean you're behind me.
Oh.
I said you were the big spoon.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you're saying this. Whatever.
It would make her feel better.
I guess.
I did it in like a comforting kind of way, though. It's not something that I
Okay.
traditionally
So I'll take third watch.
Okay. So
oh no, I like to sleep close. Sometimes even touching, but not really Maybe it's just me out of character that's not comfortable with that. Maybe the lines are blurring right now, but...
You are Sarah.
So, Andrew, roll a perception check for first watch.
Roll perception check, bro.
21.
You don't notice anything?
That's right. Stop in there!
What a cave!
At the end of your watch, I assume you wake up Finian.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I wake him up.
And roll for the second watch. I'm
Maybe you
just
should
kidding.
paint it white.
What is his perception thing?
Well, actually, no. Leave the base color and then all of these markings so they're not
Negative
standing out
1.
very well. Instead of wood burn it.
So, he doesn't notice anything. To be fair, he rolled 16 minus 1 is 15, so he didn't roll terrible.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yep.
Why do I always roll terrible? What am I looking at? 5. I'm too busy in my book.
Stop reading your spellbook on watches.
Oh no. Oh no. Please, Darren.
I had to make sure I couldn't see which book it was, because there are lots of books that I use. Could be the Tome of Ultimate Evil for all he knows.
I'm not gonna see it.
It's not.
You're right, that's just an inspirational book.
It's the most.
If he's looking at the Tome of Inspirational Evil, go hide and cover.
Tome of Vile Darkness.
No. No.
I
No.
always roll terrible in my perception checks.
So, Christian,
Okay.
for the sake of this, I'll say since it's third watch, you've already taken your long rest.
Yeah.
So, keep that in mind.
Sure.
Does a 24 hit you? I'm just kidding, that's a rhetorical question, of course it does.
Yeah. I thought you were saying just.
Do I hear Godric scream out in pain?
If he doesn't get knocked out in the first hit. Okay,
It's not like it was a blow made to quiet him. He's still gonna be able to scream.
that's 11 points of piercing damage. Wait, no, sorry, there's more. What's your maximum health?
35.
It is literally exactly 35 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
Can he scream in pain?
I'm like, oh, you
Make a
bastard!
disadvantaged perception check.
Do we know what's hitting
As
him?
this crossbow just pierces your shoulder.
Now we do.
Ah, you bastard!
I got a unnatural 20.
So,
I rolled a 12 and a 14.
you hear him hit the ground, and that wakes you up.
How?
I don't know.
Do I get
You're
any
a
of my
very light
spells?
sleeper. Technically this is third watch, so I'll say yes.
Oh, and I'm tiefling, which doesn't really help me.
17?
I just yell, someone's coming! Godric's down!
So everyone wakes up.
Just pretty much because I can't do damage. I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say everyone roll initiative.
Wait, do we know what hit you?
A crossbow blow, apparently.
But I'm gonna say everyone but you is considered surprised.
What is that? What's the effect there?
What?
What's the effect there?
So being surprised is the same as the other person having a surprise round?
This is bullcrap.
I can't be surprised anyway.
Yeah, you can't. And you're the one who woke up, so I wouldn't make you surprised. So, roll initiative.
So I can't be surprised while conscious, but I'm
Yeah.
surprised because I was sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Technically, because you were unconscious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Holy initiative. 21.
So
That's what I
21.
got.
What'd you get?
21.
Christian, what'd you get?
I'm down.
You still have to roll. What'd you get?
21.
Where are we camping? In the
Technically, I go
cave?
first because I'm not
Actually, no.
surprised.
Technically, according to the rules, you both go at the same time. So.
Okay, wait, we're camping in the cave though, right?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, 16.
Who would enter in a random cave?
And technically, Finian
Someone who wants to kill us.
and the princess have to roll as well. Okay.
Because it's not random.
Bonus.
They shot you.
Somebody get me out, please.
Oh, Finian has disadvantage.
This is what the
Oh,
healer is
fuck.
for.
Please give me
Bruh.
I want to use Heavenly Justice on them.
What do you mean, hellfire?
Heavenly Justice.
That's
So-
not heavenly justice.
No. It's
So,
when swords
both
come
of
out
you
and
go
stab
first.
them.
Okay, I run. I run up to Godric without even thinking about it.
Actually, you're surprised you don't get a turn, but you
Can I use Revivify on someone who's only unconscious? So I can just bring him up with health points, correct?
Yeah.
Because he's not unconscious.
Also, technically, you automatically failed the death saving throw due to poison.
Yeah. Oh, it's poison.
I
I
use
don't know.
all of my Preserver of Life healing points and heal you 25 health points.
Sweet.
As a bonus action.
So you come to consciousness in extreme pain.
Oh, you bastards!
You bastard.
And then I use Aid as my action to give you 5 extra health point maximum
Nice.
for 8 hours.
Nice.
So pretty much the rest of the day. Victoria's and the Knights. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
And I don't have any more stuff I can do. I used my action and my bonus action.
Okay, I stole the friction pin.
What is that?
The friction point?
I've never seen one of them.
It's reasonable.
Oh,
So, you.
that's first sight.
Okay, so what do you roll again?
I rolled a 16.
So technically, you go next.
Sweet.
This is the wrong thing.
So,
What? But I rolled a 21. How
Yeah,
is he going before
but
me?
Surprise.
you were surprised. He was not.
Oh.
I'm not surprised anymore. So,
He got shot.
so
He got up and was like, "You mother effers!" and just
bastards.
burn them. Burn
So-
them all.
Gilgamesh comes out. He raises,
Can he see who attacked him?
He raises. His
Actually, you can't.
can I make a perception check?
Is that a?
You are blind.
But I know where the bolt.
He's blind.
I'm blind.
You are blind as in it is completely pitch black around you. There
Use
is
dancing
no
lights as a
light.
bonus action.
Okay.
You can only do that if you cast the spell's regular action first.
Dang it!
But I know where the direction he came from, right? It sounded-
You'd be shooting if you're trying to shoot blind. You'd be shooting with a disadvantage.
As per the rules.
If you want to take that risk with a 3rd level spell, that is your choice.
I'm not doing a 3rd level spell. It's a 2nd level spell.
Scorching Ray?
No, it's my Heavenly Justice.
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's my custom spell for Gilgamesh. It's where swords come out of golden portals, like 3 short
Oh,
swords,
yeah.
and they come out.
There is nothing heavenly about Gilgamesh.
If you ever seen Fate Zero, you'll understand why.
He's a battle mage. He defended justice and saved lives. Sure, he's a dick, but didn't mean he didn't save lives.
Can I kill him?
Can
Did you not hear what I just said?
Okay, I'm gonna roll with a disadvantage for each sword. I'm gonna do Heavenly Justice. So the first sword.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. I rolled twice. That is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, now it's time for the second sword. It says natural 17. That's a 13, so that's an unnatural 20.
Hits.
That's an 11, and then that is a 18. Which hits.
What's your spell attack bonus?
7.
You're rolling really high right now.
Yeah. So 3d6 plus radiant damage. How much would radiant damage do you think will be?
It would only be radiant damage.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. 6, 2, and 1. So 9.
So,
And yeah.
okay. Next on initiative order is...
wait. Dancing Lights.
You cast Dancing Lights, a bonus action?
Yeah.
And you do see a figure farther down the tunnel, just barely watching you around the corner.
Okay. I already did. 3 short swords are in.
Okay. So.
What's your bonus action?
The bonus action? I did
Dancing Lights. Lavina is surprised. Finian is surprised. Okay.
Is there just one of them? That's the real question.
Yeah. Did I see just the one?
That's all you saw. So.
I'll try to keep you alive the best I can.
Thank you.
Because you're the front line and you're a wizard.
Gilgamesh is out at the moment. He's pissed.
If it's my next turn, I'm gonna give you some temporary hit points.
Okay.
But it's not gonna be much.
Okay. Gilgamesh is pissed.
I'm gonna give you all the life die I can, but even then, that's only 68.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
And I can't use that again until next short rest.
Okay,
Basically,
so
that's like using a druid using all of its B shapes.
Does the 21 hit you?
Yes, you know that.
He just wanted to prove a point.
I still am going to say it, whether or not.
He just wants to prove a point.
He's
Just kidding. He really does.
She's like, you're damn right it does.
That's 11 points of piercing damage plus.
Don't die,
helpful. Very
Plus
helpful.
13, so you're on 1 hit point.
Oh, ho, ho.
If there's a second one, you might be down. Is that it? Whose turn is it?
They don't get poisoned this time.
Sweet.
He's debating on more. I know that
Should I
face.
shoot him again?
That's how you die. He's rolling a d20.
Andrew, does a 20 hit you?
Yeah. My armor class is 12.
What is 13? How do you not have armor?
I'm wearing...
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing.
Technically did not have advantage, so it does not get sneak attack. Make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Okay, so you take half poison damage. Where are all my d6s?
It's not even
Wait, can I roll... Oh no, I have to use shield as a reaction when before you roll damage.
You take 12 points of poison damage. As you feel it just
There's
pulls through you. You manage to shrug it off a little bit, but
It's still there.
it's overpowering. Alright,
So there's 2 of them.
Nice.
so Andrew, what would you like to do after getting hit in the side with the crossbow bolt?
How much life do you have?
I have
One.
one.
I use Cure Wounds 3rd level.
Okay.
Which is, isn't that 48?
3.
I think it's 1 per level.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad rolls.
Total of 16 plus your spellcasting ability.
16... Spellcasting ability modifier. So you're at 31.
make some good sounds.
See,
She
no.
doesn't make any sense.
What is
Ability modifier, 5.
16 plus 5 is
Oh, okay,
21.
21.
Plus
So-
1 is 22.
I was thinking 3 first levels.
Okay.
So, and then I give you all of my life die, even though I don't want to, but you're in the front lines, and you're gonna die if I don't.
I'm gonna do fireball this time.
As he has one crossbow in his shoulder and one like embedded slightly lower in his arm.
Wait, so we can only see like one guy?
Yeah, and just barely.
5, 6, 7. I rolled 6 freaking 2s!
Wow. So,
Sorry, that was really loud. 2
So 12.
times 12, so 12 plus 5, so you have 17 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
That
That's
really,
4 above my max.
really, you have a max temporary hit points?
No, above my maximum health.
Temporary hit points, mark them separately to your
I
maximum.
know, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my movement to go behind the cave wall.
Okay. So Victoria,
So
what
I
would
can't
you like
get
to do? As you like sit bolt upright, hearing him scream,
Hearing me scream,
like a
hearing
woman.
him scream.
We're all screaming.
Hearing both of them scream like women.
Yeah.
What about the guy who got freaking 3 short swords into him? What, does
So
he
wait,
scream?
they're screaming like women.
They're screaming.
I don't scream.
Okay,
like
I'm
that.
going to get up aggressively and just be. You
At
know?
us?
At us.
No, because I'm screaming too, but I'm gonna have like a really growly, low scream.
Okay.
And turn into what?
Because I
Intimidation.
can. I'm gonna turn into a brown bear.
Oh dang, mother bear is ouch. She might
Okay.
be the youngest, but
Can I see him? I can see Shadow, right?
you can see him
You
because
can
he's
see
using dance
just-
and lights.
Barely.
Okay.
No,
Can I rely on my sense of smell to also locate him better?
you have keen senses, I think.
Yes.
Probably.
I have keen smell.
Yeah, then you should be able to. It gives you advantage on
I
perception.
didn't tell you to roll.
Can I roll? I
You
rolled
can
really
see him.
high.
Can you get close enough? This is a real question.
Just run at him.
Just use a freaking fireball, Godric.
Yeah, I'm going to. How far away is? Can I like run towards
Godric
him
pretty much just got
in
shot.
one turn?
They're probably about 90 feet. So
No, it's
not
not like
in
this.
one turn unless you
Like
dash.
this.
Okay, then I'm gonna
He's
run
not Iron Man.
50 feet in this turn.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna run 60. I'm gonna run 60.
Okay. I think that's the maximum you can go right now. So.
No, my speed is 40, so I can.
Oh,
run
so you could
20
go
more.
80.
But why did you
Okay.
stop? They're using crossbows.
So Christian.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah,
do
but I couldn't have
fireball.
made it to him in the turn.
I'm going to do fireball.
Sure.
And I can see them this time.
Firebolt?
Fireball.
Okay. I'm like, you're using the cantrip version?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Why are you rolling?
It's a dexterity dodge.
This is actually. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
That's advantage.
You always deal damage. Unless they're rogues.
Unless they're-
Why did you roll 2? What?
Did they fail miserably?
Get a critical
Do you
one?
want to know what the worst thing is?
What?
Having advantage in rolling a critical fail.
Twice?
How'd you get a critical fail?
I rolled one on both.
Does that mean he gets double damage?
Nope.
Oh, damn.
Aww.
Awesome.
They both failed though.
Ah, so how much?
8d6.
8d6.
That's just one of the spells Derek has memorized.
Mm-hmm. I cast all the
2,
time.
4,
I'm a wizard.
5.
There's a d6 in the clear ones here. There you
That's really good, actually.
Watch him roll just a bunch of ones.
I got 2 1s, 3 6s, 1 5,
2
and 1
ones.
4. So
go. That's pretty good.
10,
See if it's above the average.
11, so 8.
That is a lot of room. I don't think I can fit that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's too many numbers to comprehend.
Yeah, I was just constantly rolling 6d8, just. And then
Yeah, I was right. 29 damage.
as they burst into flames.
It's just a tiny orb.
What the hell?
So there's a wind as this
that?
little glowing bead flies through the air.
Oh, they probably know what that is.
Probably. And they both try to roll out of the way, but it just impacts between them and just.
It was too fast.
Yeah.
What are you? Mustang?
Yeah.
Flame alchemist. What are you doing? Saving your life. Wet gloves won't produce a spark.
You know you're useless in the rain. I love that line.
Yeah. You're still
You know you're
useless.
useless when you're wet.
Oh, look at the big bad scar.
So,
You
Christian,
won't
is
be
that your
surprised
turn?
to see how useless you were.
I love
Are
the
you
relationship
done?
between Colonel
Fireball.
Mustang and Well Alchemist.
I'm going to say at this point you can't really see either of them because they both tried to roll out of the
I'm gonna
way,
do
and
that.
there's a bear in between you and them.
Using Firebolt?
I would count it as 3/4 cover against.
Unless he moves.
No, still.
Because there's a fudging bear.
Bear.
Get out of the way, bear.
If you miss it, does it hit the bear?
Maybe. Maybe not.
What, should we give it a try?
Maybe I'll roll for trajectory if he misses.
I got a natural 19. Oh, plus, so 26.
You.
Yeah, that hits, even with 3/4 cover.
Is that -5 penalty?
Technically, no, it's +5 to the enemy. Same difference.
Why am I all of a sudden so freaking cold?
Really write this down.
Like, normally I'm so warm.
Because your heart is made of ice.
It doesn't make sense, Derek. Why would it shift so quickly?
You have to spell out in the ice shards the word eternal for the ice shard to be removed from your heart.
What the hell?
You never heard that story?
No.
Go listen to it.
That is.
I don't remember what it's
I'm
called.
going to do that. Oh wait, no, wait, I can't even do that. Yeah. So that's 1d10. Yeah. That's an 8.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright. So, that's Christian. Lavina doesn't really know what to do, what she can't
It's just,
do. She's gonna try to get behind cover. Finian, on the other hand, Finian's useful.
Finn's gonna freaking get up and kill them all.
No, to be fair, I don't think he can get to them this turn.
Can
So-
you use haste?
He can't cast spells.
Oh.
So, he is going to... So he's just going to start sprinting in the direction of the assassins. He can make it a total of 60 feet. That's it.
So effective.
No one's like you're any more effective dealing damage to them.
Dealing damage. Why do you think I screamed?
Now it's their turns.
What
Hey,
about Sarah?
I saved his ass. And he's done the most damage.
You don't actually know where she is.
Did she freaking leave? She wouldn't leave. That's not her character.
So, both of the assassins are going to run up and hit the bear.
Yeah, because there's a freaking bear coming.
Or would they attack the knight? The knight's closer.
Technically, they both... No, they're actually same distance.
No, she only ran 50 feet, right?
60.
Yeah, I did run 60.
That's advantage due to sneak attack.
Due to sneak attack.
I'm just kidding. I was seeing if you'd pick up on that.
Of course I would, Derek. That's a butt ton of damage.
So that is a 15 to hit, which I'm pretty sure it's a black bear, and a 22 to hit. Or a brown bear, or the bear.
Yes, it does.
So, that will be a total of... That's a lot of piercing damage. That's 8 base damage. Plus this much sneak attack damage.
Goodbye, bear.
Bye-bye bear. Care bear.
This is what happens when you travel with a princess.
Get a friend.
Plus 36 points of sneak attack damage, which is also piercing.
Wait, how much damage to start?
So there was 36 and there was 11. So a total of 47 points of damage.
You're probably still up as a bear.
No, I'm not.
Roll 2 Constitution saving throws.
Is this just one of them?
No, this is both of them attacking.
Okay.
Hey, wait.
Bear poison is ridiculous. I know because I know what he's looking at. He's looking at assassins. Am I right, Derek?
No,
Yeah, you even said it.
I did say it, to be fair.
So a bear's health is 34. Do I make my first hit with the bears? My first Constitution throw with the bear stats?
No, they both attack at the same time. And I usually say the poison takes effect after the hit.
Okay.
So,
15.
Plus.
15 is...
Should be a success.
it's a success.
And over 15.
So you take half damage on the first one, which is 11.
That's one of the monsters that I have memorized.
Second
Assassin.
one,
How many hit points?
70 something. Depends if you nerf it or not.
This is
plus
ridiculous.
an additional 14 points of poison damage.
It's 9 o'clock.
I know it is. It's actually 9:10.
You've been going at this for that long?
Should we finish this battle?
Yeah, this might take a while though.
I don't know. So,
I have work tomorrow. You have school. You have school. You don't do anything.
I have showered.
That's it?
That's all I have to do tomorrow.
so,
Lucky.
And so-
Cake waiting for me on
so how much health do you have left out of curiosity? Are you still conscious?
I am at negative 30. I'm at 38 out of 45.
So she's sitting at 2 health.
No, I'm sitting at 7 health.
Oh, 45. Okay.
So one of them is going to attack you again.
Do they have that option?
Yes.
Why are assassins like this?
That's an 18 to hit
Misses.
for 7 points of piercing damage. And technically plus sneak attack, but we're not even going to calculate that. And you take 1 failed death saving throw from the poison. The other one is going to run up to you and use its other.
He's farther back.
Okay,
He
is
didn't
my
run
hit
up.
point
What about the
maximum?
knight?
They were based. I mean,
What about the
Finian.
knight?
I meant
Andrew?
Finian.
Huh?
Is my hit point maximum still
That's
going to be
25.
45
That'll
when I get
definitely
up?
hit Finian.
Yeah, it's for 8 hours.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's pretty much till you go to bed again.
Okay, and that will be.
I was debating just
Equivalent.
doing it every time I woke up.
Actually, no, you don't fail a death saving throw because they only have 1 use of poison on their blades.
Ha! I took that instead.
So that's 8. Actually, no, she took it.
Oh,
That's 8.
You took the poison
damage
from the crossbow.
plus.
not true.
Whoa.
That's just 8 damage.
There's 2 of them. This is annoying.
Just drop one of them.
Alright.
This is just like the freaking mentoring.
No, this is much better than the mentoring one.
Because we can do more damage.
Because it won't be a 3-hour fight.
Yeah.
So,
Was it really 3 hours?
Yeah, it
you'd be
was.
surprised how incompetent everyone was.
Except
So-
me.
Well, because you have experience.
Yeah, I was in the back just healing people. Inspiring
He's a
people.
bard. He was incompetent by class.
Bards are fun.
So, top of the round, Andrew, it's your turn.
What the hell can I do? Oh. Are you unconscious or downed?
I'm unconscious.
What is the difference?
Downed means you're not unconscious. Unconscious.
No,
Downed
it-
means you're prone on the ground. Unconscious means you failed all your death saving throws.
Well,
No,
we used
unconscious
Oh,
means
never mind.
you haven't failed your death saving throws.
Okay,
yet.
I'm gonna use my second,
That's-
third level spell slot and use it on you.
Not within range.
Can I fly over there?
Tunnel is just barely big enough for you to fly, so yes.
Okay. I'm debating not using the third level one because I might need Revivify if somebody dies.
Yeah.
I'll use the second level. You get 14 points of health.
Me?
Yes.
So,
Get back
Victor,
up.
you come back to consciousness and gasp slightly.
This is my job.
Okay. Back to consciousness. Gasping. Thank you.
So, it's your turn.
There's a reason I picked
It's
this
my turn?
instead of being
Yep.
the rogue that doesn't give a shit.
Okay.
You
So
go.
if I cast a spell as an action, I can cast another spell as a bonus action?
Can't.
But it has to be
Cantrip.
cantrip. Just turn into an animal
Okay,
form to get
you
more health.
two. I want to hear his answer.
Cantrip.
Cantrip, thank you. Sorry.
I say cantrip.
You said cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what you were saying because he was talking.
They
I
both
s-
said
we
cantrip.
both said
It was just
cantrip.
a big.
We all said cantrip.
You said a sentence of some sort.
I said you can only use a cantrip.
Okay, so you said that while you were saying that, and you're so quiet that I couldn't hear you. It was just, ah!
We all gave you the same answer though.
Very hairy.
So, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Plus spray. Which one's closest to me?
The one standing over you.
Hey, can all of us roll our tongues but Victoria? Hey, Victoria.
No, I can't roll my tongue. Guess what? Genetics.
I love you, honey.
This music is not fitting. You know, I wish I actually remembered to change music.
Maybe then you could be cooler, Derek. I'm just kidding.
And I would finally be cool.
Have him make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
Ah.
Does that mean he doesn't take any damage?
What level spell is it?
Half damage. It's a cantrip.
No damage.
Frickity frickin' fricks.
Well,
You should have used your bonus action to turn into an animal.
Yeah, but I thought I could only.
No.
Ooh. Right. Okay. Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah. You're not a combat druid, like you don't have as much
Christian.
experience as I do.
So.
I was about to say that horribly wrong,
That's a kill preference.
but then I changed it.
What spell are you casting?
I'm sorry.
Fireball. Actually, can I see them?
I'm
Yes.
sorry, honey.
Yes. They're not behind any cover.
Not at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna do fireball.
Okay.
Guess what?
I'm gonna go like this, guys.
Okay. So you cast Fireball. There are no takebacks. So as you cast Fireball, Victoria, both you and Finian will be enveloped in the flames. I need you both to make dexterity.
forgot.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
You're shooting it with your middle finger.
That's a failure from Finian. That is a natural
21.
20 from the first assassin. Natural 19 from the second.
Dang it.
So both assassins succeed. What'd you roll, Victoria?
21.
So that's probably a success. I don't know.
Poor Finian.
Finian failed. So roll damage. So you just shoot like this little gout of poison, and all of a sudden fire erupts around you. Just
Can it light the poison on fire and burn the guy even more?
Dang it.
poison is not flammable.
Yet.
Oh wow, that's a lot. It's 5. Actually, no, that's not a lot. It's actually less than last time. So 6. That's 18 plus. So 28. So just one minus 1 from last time.
So 14 to both the assassins.
I'm sorry, Victoria.
Earth. Aha.
Okay,
Fire.
and that is 14 to you, Victoria, and 28 to Finian.
Or Finian.
How much to me?
14.
14 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Alright, and now I'm going to do Firebolt.
Ha! Don't fail me now.
Fail him.
That's a natural 17, so 24.
Hits. I'm just assuming you're hitting the most damaged one, so.
Yeah.
That is a
Blood. That's what it says.
9.
Okay.
9 points of damage. Alright.
What?
So,
Just kidding.
What? You want me to roll attack?
there's not really much Lavina can do. Finian.
Where the heck is Pavana?
Lavina?
Who the heck is Pavana?
Sorry.
Pablo.
Sava.
Sarah.
Sarah?
Sarah.
Sarah.
You have no idea.
She just upped and vanished. Upped and fucking vanished.
So-
killer.
Finian. Finian's going to go up to the one
What if
over
they took her
you,
too?
Victoria.
Then we would have heard them walk into camp.
Well, then where's Lavina?
She's with us.
I thought she
Lavina's
was the
hiding
one
behind
that
a
was
rock.
gone.
No.
It's Sarah that's gone.
Yeah.
So,
If this is her fault, I'm going to hunt her down and kill her. Like his character.
you haven't killed me yet. In fact, you had a chance to and you chose not to.
Yeah, because I was more concerned with the nation that was falling apart.
So, Finian's going to attack the one that's standing over you, Victoria.
We're Saturday campaign when we're level 10.
Thank you, Finian.
Let's see. Yes.
I'm level 10 druid.
Nice.
I have to look at all the stuff on his character sheet. Dang fighters.
Fighters all the
He could have
way.
just used Indomitable. Oh. whatever, it's too late now. So he pulls out his longsword. He's going to attack with it, which is natural 20.
Yes!
Kill them all.
Longsword wielded one-handed. It's a 1d8.
What? He's not wielding it two-handed?
No, and there's a reason for that. That's 14 plus 5 is 19. Plus 2 is 21. Plus... I really should have written what he actually gets. Plus 2 is 23.
He's a duelist.
Not necessarily.
Well, his arms
So 23 points of damage.
With his first hit.
Yep, because natural 20s, man. Criticals in general.
So your
second one.
No, wait, not critical. Another natural 20?
Nope, but natural 18.
Dang it!
Natural 18 is a critical.
Oh, he's one of those.
Wait, I thought it was a 19 or 20.
Natural 18 is a
Not
critical.
if you get high enough level.
No, he's not that high of level. He has a feat for that.
Oh my gosh.
He's not a weakling.
Why could I not have gotten that feat as a player?
Because
You didn't
there's a
ask.
few feats you have to have before you can take that one. That was a terrible roll.
Basically, like how my character had a
2
page of
plus
feats.
5 is 7. 11 points of damage. So
It's thoroughly marked up.
he slashes the assassin's side and stabs him in the shoulder. The assassin just gasps and falls to 3 points as Finian pulls his sword out. It's like he's just gasping for air.
Do it! Stab him in the gut!
Whenever I want a wand, I always want a wand with a metal tip. So
Yeah,
the
that's
tip is heavier
Yeah, that's not bad.
than the rest of the wand.
It's well balanced.
Well, I like the tip heavier than the rest of the wand.
Okay.
And he
But
is,
that's a personal
he's
preference.
gonna take the pommel of his longsword and just whack! Which I only have to roll to hit.
He should have just dropped on his
Hits.
face.
Dealing non-lethal damage.
Who's doing this to who?
Finian.
We
Did
need
you know my
to assist
parents
to-
didn't even realize I was gone?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's Finian's turn. Actually, you know what? Just for fun, he's gonna use action surge.
And murdered the last one?
The only time they actually care about where you are is if they're wanting
And
to keep you away
Go
from
over to
me.
the other
Or
one
want
and just
something.
shank that guy in the
Do you know
teeth.
why my dad kept asking for the
Natural
ticket?
17, which
Why?
is not a critical.
Because he's afraid he's gonna get a warrant out for his arrest.
Why?
Such a freaking...
And he just beheads the other guy.
Has he been doing some criminal activity?
So,
Like, I was trying to explain to my dad that if you miss a ticket and you forget to pay it, they're gonna mail you in the mail, not send a warrant officer.
so
Wait, is he actually paying the ticket though?
No, I am.
Guys,
Well, then why is he worried?
Because
So-
I'm a minor.
So
So,
Finian goes over to returns. Are you all right?
I go over to Finian. I'm like, Finian, I'm so sorry. You were just there. I forgot you were there. Wasn't a moment.
It's all right. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Use a second wind.
guys, use your hit dice.
For
Wait, are they both dead?
20 of his health points back. One of them is unconscious. Because
Oh.
Finian chose to deal non-lethal damage because I'm the DM and I can choose that.
What about the other guy?
Yeah, one is beheaded.
Oh, okay.
How did that one
He
get
actually
beheaded?
beheaded the woman and knocked out the man. So,
Wait,
um,
wow.
We did it.
He's cool. Well, don't need that right now.
high level fighters, man. Don't mess your day up.
Did it.
Yeah, he's gonna help you up.
Thanks.
I run up like, does anybody need any healing? Are you guys okay?
I'm good.
I'll be fine.
I'm good.
This is what medics are for.
I'm
I could
good.
do better.
Freaking the housewife. Oh yeah, that's right.
I
know what you're talking
could
about.
be better.
3rd level cure wounds.
Hold on.
So you just your hand just kind of covers her face.
You just got 24 points of health.
To the face.
In the face.
And then, since you're not fully all the way up, I use my 1st level spell slot to bring you to...
Keep in mind, hit dice will not remove crossbow bolts.
to full health.
Both
I don't have any
Andrew,
crossbow bolts in me.
Andrew,
do I?
you and Christian, hit dice does not remove crossbow bolts.
I know. I roll medicine check on Christian to help him out.
Wait.
Just let the medic do it.
Roll a medicine check.
Okay, I already did. 23.
Let's say.
He beat me to one of them.
14.
So you grab the crossbow on your shoulder, go, and you take 9 points of damage.
Coming out of your temporary hit points first.
9. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, and then might be 9.
9.
So, and you managed to get the one out of his side. And then, actually no, it was your arm, wasn't it? It was your side, your arm.
Yeah.
So you managed to get the one out of his arm.
And I do a 25 medicine check on myself.
So you just...
I was a battle medic.
And then you heal yourself a little bit just to stop the blood and
just
close
be like,
up the wound.
I'm just used to this.
You already pulled out the other one.
Oh, he did? Aw, dang.
I got you, bro. I don't want you taking extra damage.
Thank goodness, because I got a 9. 9.
I got to 23.
9.
So, as you all reconvene... what do you want to do as you reconvene?
I think
Where-
we
Where
should
the
go
hell
to
is
bed.
Saria?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna end real soon.
Where the hell is she?
Where's Saria?
Sarah?
Sarah? Who?
Lavender just like looks around a bit. I'm not sure.
I looked for where she was sleeping. You okay?
She
There's a dummy in
she
there.
just had a bedroll on the stone.
She was asleep.
The bedroll's actually still there.
I light on fire.
Can I
Don't.
try to
I
track
pack up
her?
stuff.
Can I roll survival to try and track her?
Survive with disadvantage.
Because it's been so long, or?
No, I have my own reasons.
Is that cocked?
Yes, you're rolling on the folder.
That's not much better, but
We'll roll because you have disadvantage.
a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a little disappointing. 14.
So, as you make your way to the end of the cave, you realize it's just a torrential downpour. And you doubt you could really track anyone in that.
Yeah.
I really hate her right now. I stood up for her. I put my ass on the line.
Actually, you put your side on the line.
Fair enough.
I put my back on the line.
No, you put your shoulder on the line.
I got hit with a crossbow bolt.
You're right.
You were right there.
Crossfire.
Was all of her stuff still there, or just the
All
bed?
of her stuff was still there.
So she was either A, taken. Was there sign of a struggle? Investigation
Investigation again, disadvantage. For my own reasons.
check.
From what we can see, were there any offshoots of the
14.
cave?
Not
No, I already checked.
You can't tell. There does not appear to be a sign for a struggle that you can see.
A what, sir? Oh,
Shine of a struggle.
Either way, if she did, she could. She's a powerful mage. She could
We
just.
would have heard him. We would have heard
And-
something.
We will pick
we
this
were
up next week.
And we
Or on Friday. Actually,
and you
let's discuss
two
this.
were on.
Are we going to do our regular session on Friday as well? Or are we just going to
I'd rather
go
not,
for next week?
because as much as I love D&D, she's heading up on Friday.
Yeah.
She'll be exhausted, and Becca's still in the hospital.
Yeah.
So that's still 2 party members that are gone.
Yeah.
So I'd rather wait and hope for those 2 people to be able to come next time.
Alright, so
Is
next week.
Do you guys agree with that? Or?
Yeah.
I don't just want to talk for everybody every time. I don't like it.
I can't talk much.
We shall see how Mazer D&D goes this time.
Oh,
Okay. So I suppose we will see you all next time
Or Rich.
with the regular outro.
Courtesy
Courtesy of the Misfits.